sorry, that's
What's
so.
up, everybody? Man, the chat has never been this active at the beginning of a live stream. There's already like 200 chats. That's good to see everybody. Welcome, everyone. So, we're going to get right into it tonight. This was a spur of the moment stream, which this will be a first. I usually don't do these, but for these gentlemen that we have on today, I am stoked to do so. So, without further ado, there we are. We have my good friend Matt with Wyoming Gun Project and my other friend Chris with Muffin Top Tactical. Now, we did this once before where basically I am handing the con over to Chris. He is going to basically, this is going to be for tonight, the Muffin Top Tactical podcast. And so, Chris, you have the con.
Well, thanks, Josh. I know this is the second time, and I appreciate you allowing us to do this. I figured this is just kind of a cool way to kind of introduce your audience to my audience and vice versa. It's not really that I'm at the con. I mean, it's obviously your YouTube channel. What you say goes. You're El Jefe. I'm just hitting a little record button on my side. So much thanks to you there, Mr. Old Path Traveler.
Yeah, man.
And what's up there, Mr. Matt Wild of the Wyoming Gun
What's
Project?
going on, man?
Man, I'm excited. Yeah, an episode of Muffin Top Tactical. We're coming at you guys again. Yeah, guys, what have all you guys been up to? I don't know, Josh. Is it hotter than demon balls dropped in hot sauce where you're
Oh,
at
dude.
too?
It's like two rats fighting in a wool sock out here, man. It's terrible. it's yeah, I went
Zero
out to get the
humidity?
mail. Oh yeah, like just getting the mail, walking like 25 yards, you're soaked. It's miserable.
Yeah. Well, now, what state? What state of this beautiful union are you in? I can't remember.
The Gunshine State, Florida.
Oh yeah.
Florida man.
Oh
Yeah.
man, there was a reason why you make me nervous.
Follow
Yeah.
that feeling. It's probably true.
So yeah, like because Matt and I are both up in the Wyoming, and man, it was hot, and so enough
I'm,
talking like old men talking about the weather, but
Well, I'm actually looking at land up there currently. So
He is.
yeah, like
we'll
seriously.
let you in. We'll let
That's
you
right.
in.
He is allowed.
Good.
to
Okay.
He is allowed into freedom's last redoubt.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Florida ain't too bad, but there's a lot of
Florida's
crazy
cool,
going
man.
on. But
Yeah.
at least you kind of get to do whatever you want. I mean, including, what is that, bath salts and eating people's faces?
That's my Tuesday.
That's it.
Tuesday. So, yeah, guys, what have you guys been doing as far as guns the last couple weeks? I don't know. We'll start with that with you, Josh. What have you been doing with guns?
Oh man. Well, the gonorrhea is still in a constant state of flare up. I haven't found a patch or a gum or a pill. It's just at all times going. So I've got I can't show it obviously on YouTube. I have two 1911 projects off to my right on my bench. I'm rebuilding my oldest Springfield. I've got a vintage, I think 1943 Colt project that I'm going to be doing a full rebuild. And then I also am working on a deal for a 1873 lever action and 45 Colt with a 30-inch barrel, one of the big long prairie guns. So, yeah.
Well, I mean, the guns that won the West. I mean, you're looking at, like, as Eli Duckworth would put it, like, that's manifest destiny kind of shit.
It's in our blood,
45
man.
autos, 45 peacemakers, and a lever gun.
I got one right there. That's a big one for me.
Yeah.
That's the Cimarron 7th Cavalry Custer Edition Single Action Army. It's a work of art. And I have a video coming out Sunday. A living legend worked on that gun for me last week. I'm very honored that he took it in. So, yeah, that's a new acquisition for me. And, of course, I got there. You guys can't see it, but that's my 1918 Colt that me and my buddy Jolly Roger refinished.
Yeah, I watched that video. It's very interesting. I want to talk to that dude one of these days. I'll talk to
Yeah,
him.
we need to get him on here with us.
So call him up. Now that 1918. So I'm my dad is nice enough to, because he's a gun builder and gun dealer and all that stuff. I get to put stuff on layaway whenever I want, so he just like holds it for me until I pay it off. I got a 1918 Colt coming myself.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of those World War One commercial ones. The WWI, I think the serial number is like WWI 4,900 and something.
Yeah, it's the
So,
reproductions. They're
yep.
fantastic.
And I might have paid a little bit more, but I mean, this thing's never been shot. It's never been handled. Even I think it was purchased, and then Dad put it in the safe, planning to do something with it, and then it just kind of got lost in the shuffle, you
Yep.
know. So I might have paid a little more than what you could go on Gunbroker to get it, but I know where it's been. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So there's something to that. So I'm excited for that to eventually show up. And we had the um, Rocky Mountain Discount Sports here in Gillette. They This is why it pays, like people, it pays to develop a rapport with your local gun shop, because when they get cool shit in, they will call you. They're like, we got these one horse design express AR-15s in, and I'm like, last thing I need is another damn AR-15. They're like, but they have
But
they're like, they have the Atrius Systems FRT in it from the factory tuned, rated rock and roll. And I'm like, dang it, for 1,000 chicken nuggets. I'm like, well, let's put that on layaway too. So
Yeah, man.
and so yeah, I got stuff kind of coming in, but it's still tangentially out there. I just gotta They need to bring back some overtime out of the coal mine so I can work a couple weeks and then get everything paid off. But
Heck yeah, man.
how about you, Matthew?
so I just been, building rifles, building AKs, doing that deal, buying lots of parts and stuff like that. But I do have a Ruger Mini 14 coming in.
Classic.
I think Friday, and it's an old school one, so it's not the reproduction. And whoever had it before, chopped the barrel to 14.5 and pin and welded the Ruger flash hider on there, and it's the Samson folding stock, the original one, not like the repro. So I don't know how old it is. I'm gonna have to do research and stuff on it, but hopefully, fingers crossed. You never know when you order stuff online. It's gonna
Well,
come
Matt's gonna
in.
be
So,
rolling up in a black van and going, "I pity
yeah.
the fool! I pity the fool!"
So I got that coming. The Ruger Mini 14s are hot right now,
Sure,
and
yeah.
so
Yeah, those are cool, dude. It's been forever since I shot one.
Me too. I think I probably only shot a Ruger Mini 14 probably 2 or 3 times in my life. It's not that I didn't like it. It's just I don't think it lived up to like the accuracy of an AR. So I'm like,
oh no, of
if
course
I'm gonna
not.
buy
Oh
a
yeah,
223 or 5.56 gun, I'm gonna go with a stoner gun. But then you watch A Team, and then you come across them like the stainless with fucking folding stock. Every once in a while I'll see them at the gun stores, and I'm like, fuck, that's cool.
it's fucking cool,
I can't
dude.
I kinda need it in my life.
Yeah, and this
But
one's not stainless; it's blued. But it's. I think we have been so inundated with modern guns, with the red dots on the pistols, and not that that's not the stuff's not all cool, right? All the updated, fancy, new ARs and all that kind of stuff. All that stuff are, I think, are force multipliers on it, and they are. There's a reason though that those weapon systems progressed in that direction, but there's something very cool about a wood and steel 1980s, Ruger Mini 14, no dots on it, irons, no lights, lasers, night vision, none of that crap. Not saying it's anywhere
right.
close to, that type of stuff. And that type of stuff, cool. But when you get, like you said, need another AR-15, if you're somebody that's got like, 5, 10, 20 AR-15s, or not, you get fatigue,
Mm-hmm.
and sometimes you want to go back to basics. Like Josh, I saw a post he put on Instagram, I think it was today, just shooting the old school A2 iron sights. There's
Yeah.
something cool about shooting that 20-inch AR. That's just,
Sure, yeah. I was watching that too because I, just like everybody has in the last 10 years, everybody goes to kind of like excuse me, the retro rifle
yep.
phase, that whatever, whenever that started. So I definitely got that in my tism pretty hard, and I was doing that pretty hard. But there's also something really cool about kicking it old school with some of that stuff because I mean you could have all the sights, lights, and lasers on stuff, and I mean it's still cool to shoot iron sights on stuff.
Heck yeah.
I mean,
And it's a
you
challenge too. It's
sure.
challenging sometimes if you get really proficient with a setup and you're like, this is actually kind of boring. And so you want to throw yourself a challenge. Um,
Yeah.
get some iron sight stuff in. Um,
Yeah, the most modern rifle I have is like a Block 1 SOP mod, so it's like a 30-year-old, you
yeah,
know,
Yeah.
it's a
Did I
30-year-old thing.
did
Like,
I did I send you guys the meme what I think a 30-year-old rifle looks like
yes,
versus what it actually looks like?
yeah,
yes.
yeah. I was like, damn it.
I am so old.
Yep.
It's funny
Yep.
though, because man, like, I don't know I wouldn't say the retro stuff, the old stuff was ever a phase. I would say the tactical stuff was a phase for me. It came and it went. And now, like,
Mm.
I mean, I'm the guy. I conceal carry single stack iron sight GI 1911s.
And I am so envious of you because in my heart that's what I want to do, but I carry Glock 43X with a red dot and a flashlight.
Or staccato.
Oh,
Yeah, I have carried my staccato quite a bit too. My staccato HD P4.5 with a burst fastfire ear and a cool guy
All the
whatever.
bells and whistles.
Yeah, all the cool guy shit. But I'm a fat dude, so I can conceal those big guns. Um, but there's something that's dope as fuck if you're ever, Lord forbid, have to use your firearm in defensive shooting and you
Yeah.
roast a dude down with 100-year-old gun, and you're like,
That would be
"Sup,
right. That
bro?
would be
Sup, bro?"
by the way, one-handed with ball. I'm just
with ball,
saying,
right?
like,
Right.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Matt said it many times. They all fall to that hardball.
that's right.
They all fall to hardball.
Yeah,
Well,
it's an
listen,
old.
the deal is, I'm gonna fud out for a second.
Mm-hmm.
The
Please.
reputation that the 45 ACP has is with ball.
That's right.
It does not have a reputation for being so effective with plus P or hollow points. It has a
Nope.
So,
reputation for being 800 feet per second and ball.
so you'll
Lead.
nerd out.
Lead
You'll
round
you'll
nose.
Mm-hmm.
you'll appreciate this. So my dad did a big, because he's a 1911 god from way back. He did a bit of investigation about like the defensive ammo with 45,
Mm-hmm.
and it doesn't even expand. It doesn't. It just
It's too slow.
basically is a glorified crappy version of the hardball. So
Mm-hmm.
he designed a bullet kind of like after a design that Elmer Keith has. So it's kind of like a rounded nosed wad cutter, and
Hmm.
that worked better. And yeah, so when so yeah, like weird if we just they had it perfected. When was Elmer Keith doing his thing in the 20s?
I think 1920s, somewhere around there.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
like 100 years ago they kind of had it figured out for the 1911, and I mean we really, other than a little bit of stuff, we really didn't need to really mess with the design.
Well, I would even go further back than that because I'm actually going to be doing a video on this. Up until the 80s, the military did things that made sense. Once you start involving all of this Euro think, i.e., NATO, that's when things start going south. It's like shrink the bullets down, and all the weird stuff starts happening. Before that, the military had made decisions based on one simple principle: destroy the enemy, right?
Sure.
And when you go all the way back to 1840, there's one recipe we had, and so I'm speaking specifically in handgun terms. So the 1847 Walker, the first real like military pistol, right?
Horse pistol.
Yeah, friggin' horse pistol.
Yeah.
That was shooting a 200 grain projectile going about 800 feet per second in a caliber 45. It was 44, but it's because they measured the grooves or the lands, not the grooves.
Right.
So you go from 1840s up into when we adopted the single action army in 45 Colt. Well, what was that recipe? About a 230 to 250 grain bullet, 45 caliber, going about 850 feet per second. 1911. Yep. We see this repeated for literally like hundreds of years, and there's one simple reason: it worked.
Mm-hmm.
And it was only until the 80s when, you know.
By the way, the Walker was the most powerful handgun ever up to that point, right? I'm pretty sure it was.
Yeah, because they were packing, 60 grains of powder?
Yeah.
Behind...
It was a beast. It was a beast, dude.
Yeah.
A massive gun, too.
Huge.
And
but you're right.
The cylinder ramrod never would stay in place. It was interesting to see how all the backwoods
would wrap it with leather or whatever.
The fixes they had for them.
Mm-hmm. So maybe Colt was making junk all the way back then, like they are
now.
That's true.
A stupid little clip couldn't stay clipped, you know.
But no, you're 100% right, dude. They just keep and the funny thing is let's try this 38 special, right? Or in the Philippine insurrection, they're like, never mind, let's go back to
bring the single action armies back.
So let's start issuing out old single action army Colts again, because it's just not getting the job done. And then, like you said, every time it seems like, correct me if I'm wrong, maybe it was earlier, but it seems like you said, in the 80s is when ammo manufacturers said, well, let's ramp up the speed and let's try newfangled bullets and new designs and hollow points and, twisty, but with a handgun, you're really, it's funny how many people think they're carrying a death ray around, and they're actually very weak. Compared to rifles and shotguns. They're just not, if but the hardball, the round, round nose, hardball, full metal jacket, whatever you want to call it. Let me ask you this: the majority of real life shootings going on in America right now are in the inner cities. You think they're spraying hollow points at each other? No.
You think they're spending time going to their local
range and
sporting goods store? I need some critical defense ammo.
Yeah, no, they're shooting ball.
Whatever they stole. Whatever they stole,
They're shooting ball, and it's killing people.
Yeah, it's a bit of a myth that hollow points. People think that no matter what magical bullet or caliber you have, none of them perform like all the Jello tests. I'm sorry, that's not real life. Like,
bring back what's his name? Who is that? Paul Harrell. Come back. We need him back.
So listen, I'm not.
People didn't understand his genius until after he died.
I'm not at all gonna try to fill his shoes, but in that video I was just talking about, I'm gonna be shooting the 1860s load in 44. I'm going to be shooting the 45 Colt, and then I'm going to be shooting the 1911 against each other, and we're going to be shooting pork ribs. So we're going Paul Harrell style.
Sure. Yeah, give him a shout out. He deserved it. Dude.
Absolutely.
That dude was doing that stuff, and for so long in YouTube land. Like, he was one of the OGs, and so many people followed him, but I don't think he ever got the recognition or like the views and followers and made AdSense, all that, whatever. I know you YouTube people, you guys are YouTube people, not me. I don't know how all that works, but yeah.
You lose money.
That's how it works.
That's how it is podcasting. You lose money. Like, especially if you don't play the game of supporting every Tom, Dick, and Harry that wants to advertisement on your bullshit.
What they need to do is go back like what Josh did in his video, which was an awesome video, by the way, and with the Lagarde load and that whole and shoot pigs and cadavers and sheep. And I know people nowadays would flip the hell out, but let's face it, if you don't hit a two-legged threat in the head or the heart or in the vitals somewhere with a handgun, you're going to be firing multiple rounds until you hit those areas because handguns suck. But
Yeah.
Yeah,
if you put
it's basically the way. Well, I remember when I was in EMT school, there is a class on gunshot wounds, and I was talking to one of my instructors, and he said it really good. He said, like, as handguns go, the bigger the bullet, the better. But at the end of the day, what is still true is unless you hit a heart, a brain, or a spine, you've just started a really slow, painful bleeding process.
yep.
That's kind of the size of it. So and it's not like rifles where you have 3,000 feet per second
Mhm.
of just pure hate and velocity.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
got not only you got the secondary wound of the trauma,
Yes.
You do a little bit on a pistol, but like what you said, Matt, if you don't take out the computer and if you don't take out the hydraulics, they're going to keep going,
Yep.
and just like any mechanical device, if you don't take out the programming, if you don't kill the hydraulics, it's going to keep running for a while. So yeah, did you see that Armor Cash, whatever, he said something about that Mac is limiting the warranty for the JSOC and the MUSOC pistol because they can't source parts from TSIS anymore?
I've
That's
heard a lot of
interesting.
that. Yeah. I mean,
Oh, dude, I went and shot my MARSOC or whatever, that one that I got.
Mhm.
Dude, hate to say it, not been good. I think I got to do some work on the extractor.
Really?
Um, it's not picking up under the extractor very well. So I think I
Hmm.
got to get in there and do some work on it. Had two or three malfunctions with it the last time I was at the range. So I was like, that's interesting.
like
So
the extractor is too tight and it's not letting the rounds feed.
sure, yep,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if I can speak to that, not to
sure,
tell you how to fix it because you already know,
no,
but I think it's actually a good thing, and it
right,
points to something that I love that TSOS has started doing in the last year, and that is they are purposefully tuning extractors. Um, I'm pretty sure they just have a jig set up to where they're bending them to a certain pitch,
Hmm.
but nonetheless, name somebody else who's doing that. Now,
nobody. So what I'm gonna do is kind of what you talked to, and my dad's actually been doing that same thing that you've talked to about uh putting the angle on the extractor. My dad called it a Tonto extractor because it comes out looking like a Tonto knife.
yeah, that's a great. I might steal
So
that.
Just
I'm
break
not
that
giving it.
edge.
What's that?
Just break that edge
Yep.
Yeah.
on
So
that. Yeah.
it's obviously he has his own extractors he uses, but um, when you were describing it, I'm like, that's what my dad's been doing for 40 years. He
Yeah.
calls it the Tonto extractor. Um, but yeah, so I just got to do that. Just a little bit of, I might have to untweak it a little bit,
Yep.
just, I mean, it's not like it's a big thing, but
So what did they say?
um,
So they said Mac is limiting the production on those pistols or the
the warranty
warranty?
work
Oh, so they're
because they
saying
can't source parts
so all the
from
parts are going to go into new guns instead of replacement parts.
sure,
Yeah, but
sure. And
it's probably
I,
spec 1911 anyway. So you go on Wilson
yeah, you
or
go to
wherever and just
EGW or
yeah,
whatever.
DGW. But yeah.
So
So oh well, damn. But see,
yeah,
that's another thing. I wonder if you know how public relations are and how they're like, oh, it's amicable. We're just going to do. But I wonder if there was a little bit of tension there between SDS and TSIS or something.
and
I don't
TSIS
know.
USA because they're going to be doing the TSIS USA soon.
Yeah.
If I'm not speaking out of school.
No, I think they already. I think they're already importing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that import operation is working. It's running.
Yeah. It's
Um,
running.
yeah, TSOS, I think they realized last year and probably earlier, they caught on to something special, and they're kind of going like, look, we're making good stuff. We want to do it under our own name.
Yeah.
I respect it, but it also creates a bit of a difficult situation, like you're talking about, because now they're a bit of an island and they're not really working with all the people that they did before. And now, at the end of the day, I just encourage people, like, look, if you're buying a 1911 at all, you're signing up for, you better be know how to work on that gun on a basic level.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, yep.
I don't rely on warranties really ever.
No, you got to kind of be a mechanic. It's like buying a project truck.
Yeah,
You can't
Yeah,
take it
yeah,
to the
100%.
shop every time you need something done, unless it's a
What's
full custom. When you
yeah.
have it, like, say, you buy a alchemy, whatever gun, one of my old man's gun,
yeah,
send it back to them because they put the voodoo in it,
that's right.
Yep.
but
Now,
if you're buying a production level firearm,
yeah,
it's especially if you're buying a TSIS for sub grand, it's kind of your playground to learn what's up.
yeah.
We've
If I
said that
can,
multiple times though.
I wanted to tell one quick little anecdote with about this guy up here. This Cimarron. It's made by Uberti, the Seventh Cavalry Single Action Army. Um, that gun, which the video drops Sunday, that gun showed up with the barrel clocked improperly. And like obviously so. In fact, Jolly Roger, he's here in the chat. He bought one too. I worked on him hard. I'm like, dude, you got to buy one. Like, I was like, they're really good. And then he bought one, and the freaking thing's got the same problem.
Oh
Oh
no.
no.
Yeah, two in a row, right? So I called Cimarron, and they're great, really nice people on the phone, very helpful. But I kid you not, their wait time or their lead time on warranty work is minimum 1.5 years.
What?
Yeah.
Huh.
So I was like, I'm not doing that. And well, people, you can watch the video Sunday, but literally, what I think is the Elmer Keith of Single Action Armies worked on that pistol.
Cool.
He's a legend. And anyway, the story's in the video, but yeah,
Well,
very cool.
that's awesome.
Yeah,
Hey, Jolly, when you gonna come on the podcast, bro?
yeah,
Since you
man.
can hear this, I follow you
Yep.
on Instagram, dude.
Listen, that guy, he's one of my um he's basically in my Patreon. We have this thing called the workshop, and it's where people can go and like get help with their 1911. And he and I are the only ones who respond to that, but he's a fantastic guy, a very good friend of mine, and he's going to be starting a YouTube channel soon. I can't wait because
Cool.
he's a very knowledgeable guy and well loved across the board. So that'd be fun if you talk to him.
Sure, dude, I'd love to. Uh, yeah, because he seems like my kind of folks.
Yeah.
What kind of cigar am I shooting on? So I just seen that. So might as well give them a shout out. They're out of Buffalo, Wyoming. It's the Brock Cigar Company, Ram's Head, out of Buffalo, Wyoming. I met the owner the other day, and he gave me a handful, and it's a dope ass stick. So there you go, Pete Ya,
Mm-hmm.
whatever that guy's name is. So,
I haven't had a good cigar in like a year, man.
dude, it's one of my vices. We
Mm.
got a cigar lounge that's literally like the cigar box in Gillette, Wyoming. So well, that's a good transition to what I
There
want
you
to talk
go. I was
about
just about
too.
to say, yeah.
Um, so the cigar box is these guys are dope people. It's got the biggest cigar selection within 1,000 miles of Gillette, and so they're putting on an event for Longmire Days in Sheridan, and they told me it's going on today. They're gonna have what's his name that played Longmire is gonna be there,
No
and
kidding.
they're like, "Your
Walt Longmire is
VIP,
going to be there.
yeah, old Walt Longmire is gonna be there," and I didn't have any Stag grips, so I was thinking if I had some Stag 1911 grips, I'd take them up there because basically I'm VIP wherever I go with this cigar company because I'm one of their OG dudes. And the owners it's veteran owned, but the guy was a deputy U.S. Marshal and some kind of badass like dude in the Marines. So like he likes me, but so yeah, I was gonna go there, but I'm like I'm not gonna go if I don't have grips to sign because I mean, like it or not, I don't like peopling that much to go sit when it's 100 fucking degrees to go sit out and smoke cigars outside when there's a bunch of people doing stupid drunk stuff. but I would have thought about it a little bit more if I had some good stag grips and had him
Yeah,
sign it.
man.
So
By the way,
maybe
I have to pull out the Longmire watch.
The Longmire watch. Yeah.
Yeah, dude, I'm gonna put it on now. It's like the ultimate
so.
dad watch.
What kind of watch did he wear?
Okay, it's a Casio MTP 4500D 1AV.
I will never remember that. So
Nope.
you
They
might have to text it to me.
yeah,
Casio air codes. Yeah.
they don't make them anymore, but it's a fantastic watch. You can find them on eBay sometimes. In fact, I think there's a couple on there right now. Um, but yeah, it's a great chronograph, good looking watch. Yeah, it's I've been a fan of that show for a long time, and
Oh
you know,
yeah, like that's the only reason why I want to get a 1920s commercial. You know what I mean? Because I
yes,
think that's the hero gun in the movie.
mm-hmm.
You know, obviously I had rubber ducky guns, but when you see an up close shot of the pistol, I think it's a 1920s commercial,
That's
isn't it?
I did a video on this, and yeah, so it is a well, I don't think it's 20s, because it's an A1. Uh, it could be
Okay.
late 20s. I think it's like an early 30s A1.
Okay.
Um, because it's blued, it's got the checkered arched mainspring housing.
Okay.
And you can see on the serial number, it's got a prefix of C, which means commercial. And there was
Sure.
very few of those sold back then. So anyway, yeah, it's super cool gun, man.
So I was thinking about like maybe don't do a complete homage because like I don't know how many vintage Colts I really want to invest in. I say that now and I'll
Yeah.
probably get 10 more because
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean I'm 40 and I have a dog and I'm not married and I don't have kids, so I'm very easily convinced to do stupid shit. But I'm definitely gonna get a couple sets of stag grips and before next year, maybe if we're off and we're talking about it, and maybe Josh, if you happen to be around in Wyoming by then, maybe we could all meet up and go get some grips signed by old Walt. I don't even know the guy's name. He's actually an Australian. I was afraid to meet the
What?
guy. He's an Australian.
I'm 10% disappointed. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, so that's why I was like, I don't want to fuck up and meet your idol and have him be a good old mate anti-gun
No,
fuck,
that
but
doesn't
like
feel right at all.
yeah. So, but it would be kind of fun to get some grips signed by old Walt.
Yeah,
Like have him sign it, Walt Longmire, then put his name on it, you know?
that would be so cool, man. Well, by the way, I would recommend if you haven't found a grip company like I got a couple pairs of those. They're MD grips.
MD.
Yeah, fantastic people out of Tennessee, I believe. Um, Great product, and they have their online store. You pick the grips that you see. So, like, if you like a certain color or texture, the
Sure.
grips you buy are the ones that show up.
So are they because the one thing that I have a problem with is a lot of times you see the stag grips and they're always so thick.
Yeah.
Like I've seen some of them that are a little bit thinner, you know what I mean? That are more along the lines of like the wood grips thick
Mm-hmm.
rather than like, you know, some 1911 grips can get real chunky, baby,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know?
They're
But
they're
then again,
probably
if
on the
whatever.
thicker side.
Sure.
Um, but I mean, I got big hands. I wear a size 13 shoe. I'm 6'1", so like I'm a big dude. I'm probably not a good reference for that.
Are they
Must be
real
nice to be
stag?
a braggart. I'm only a 5'6". I wear a size 10 shoe. So
Yeah. No, I'm a monster. Everybody that meets me in person is like, "Oh God." What
I'm
did you
glad you're my friend.
That's right. Matt, you were asking
Are they real stag?
yeah, they're real elk antler. And they're top shelf. That's my real 1918, and then I've got them on my World War One reproduction as well. One of them, and they're great. I love the people are very responsive. I think it's like a husband wife team.
Ooh.
So yeah,
Cool.
they're
Kind of
awesome.
like when you order from Harriet and you call them, you're actually talking to someone that's been working on the fucking grips.
Yeah. Oh, same with like Caspian. I got a Caspian frame on order, and just like, what's the guy's name? Jolly Roger knows. He's got a pile of Caspian stuff.
I think old man Caspian, he's dead, but
Yeah, the guy who does the machining, that's who answered the
mhm.
phone. And yeah,
That's
great
cool.
people. Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah. So I called uh Novak one time because I was wanting to get the the light rail that you could thread and screw onto the dust cover of a 1911,
Mm-hmm.
and I was watching Brownells because that's the only place I saw it for sale, and it was never in stock. So I just fucking called Novak, and this old guy answered, and he said, "Let me take down your number." And he went and dug through some old boxes and fucking found one. And he's
That's
like, "I'll
cool.
send it to you." And I'm like, "No shit, fucking a, that's cool." And yeah, I paid over the phone, and he sent it to me. And I was totally shocked. So I mean, it never hurts to call these people
Yeah.
too. Like I don't know, people are so afraid, especially the Gen, the young millennials and the Gen whatever the hells that are busy with their bullshit and their phones. Like they're a lot of these old school dudes, they don't want to deal with your bullshit. Just call them and talk to them.
Yeah.
You'll get a lot of, and you'll learn some shit when you talk to them too.
That's what happened to me with. I'll just go ahead and spoil it for the video. The guy that fixed that, I can see his last name. Oh my gosh, I got to look his name up now. Uh, Jolly, put it in the chat. You remember who I'm talking about. But also, I did.
The TISM switch popped off real
It
quick.
did.
It'll pop back on.
I also got distracted because Slick Six Guns just dropped a huge super chat. $100. Thank you, man.
Nice, dude.
That's
Hell yeah.
awesome. He said, "Evening, fellas. I follow you both Wyoming and Old Path. Because of you guys, I fell in love with T-Sauce 1911s, and I have 2 of them. Awesome.
Awesome.
Additionally,
those are rookie numbers. Those are rookie numbers.
That's right.
Step up your game.
Gotta get those numbers up.
If you don't have a dozen, what are you even doing?
That's right.
Where you at? I got 3 of them in my safe right now.
I at one point, I had so many T-Sauce guns, I ran out of room in my safe, so I was drilling magnets underneath my desk here and just like having a desk gun. But he said, I have a couple questions. Oh, he said, additionally, I now carry a T-Sauce Raider for EDC choice. For Old Path Traveler, were you in the Army? No, I was in the fire department for almost 8 years. And I have some fire department stuff in my office here. Got out as a lieutenant. It was a cool career, short. But yeah, no, I was not in the Army, but I was raised in a military family. Dad was a Marine, brother was an intel guy in the Army. Both were cops, so I was the black sheep. I went sideways and went and put wet
fire department.
I just want to put wet stuff on hot stuff.
You were raised in a family of cops, and you played with hoses.
You know, it's funny because my dad, all growing up, he was always trying to get me to join the Marines because he was a Marine. And I was just like, no, I don't want to do that. But I did want to be a cop at one point, and he actually talked me out of it. And now at the time, I mean, he's got his head stapled back together. The whole right side of his body's titanium. Sure. He's like, don't do it. He's like, the whole world's going to hate you, and you're just going to deal with society's worst. And he's like, I think he said it jokingly, go be a firefighter. Everybody loves those guys. And I was like,
yeah, because when you show up, nobody's shooting at you because you're there. Yeah. You get their cat out of the tree, or you put out their house,
Yeah, well, here's the real story. It's basically getting woken up in the middle of the night about every 45 minutes to an hour because some old dude crapped his pants after he had a bad dream. And
sure, yeah.
Now we're going to roll a $500,000 apparatus down the road to go talk to him. So
right,
that's closer to the truth.
Yeah, the glory is not as anyway.
Yeah.
What other questions has he got?
Yeah, I mean, he said he had questions, man. Freaking send them.
Yeah, for that amount of money, go ahead. Keep asking.
Yeah, keep sending.
That's how to hit the brakes on the stream is to drop a bunch of cheese, man.
Drop that
Yep.
cheddar. No,
Here,
joking.
thank you. Okay, Jolly, thank you, my brother. Bill Fuchs. Do you guys know who Bill Fuchs is? You kind of have to be in the single action world to know who he is.
Yeah, I'm not
Okay,
big into the single action world, but
so this guy is like, if you see a fully restored, vintage, very valuable single action army, and it has a letter, it's got Bill Fuchs's name on it. This
oh no
guy,
shit.
yeah, this guy can take an exploded top strap, split wide open, cylinder popped single action army and make it look like it just rolled off the factory floor in 1874.
Oh no shit.
He's a wizard, and I called him about this barrel clocking issue, and he's the kindest, nicest guy you've ever talked to. And long story short, he took that on for me and turned it around, and he did a bunch of. I didn't even ask him, but he like worked on the action and worked on the ejector rod, and like I only paid him for one thing, but he's just like, I don't. He told me, he's like, I don't let guns leave if they're not perfect, and I'm just like, that's why you're a
Awesome.
legend.
That
Right.
is why.
Yeah, yeah, super cool
Oh,
guy.
well, Jay Thompson asked if you're ever in a pinup firefighter calendar. I kind of
So
want to know too, because I kind of want to buy it. I'm
there,
gonna get breathing real hard. Oh my god! Oh my god.
so there was a at the time when I was a lieutenant, all my guys wanted to do a calendar, but we're all a bunch of freaking ugly pear-shaped dudes, and so the calendar would have been. We had one guy, Charlie. We called him Mr. Clean. He was the only attractive dude in the whole fire department, and so we thought we'll make him like December, but everybody else is just going to be hideous. And but we never
Yeah.
followed. We never followed through with it. So
You got to work your way through the whole year just to get the cookie
that's
crumb
right.
at the end.
Yeah.
Funny.
No, it was a cool job, but you know, not something I wanted to do long term.
No, and you were an LT, so you got to kind of tell people what to do. So that's kind of nice.
Oh, it's the best job in the fire department because you're an officer, but you're not, and you're a firefighter, but you're not. You're like right in the middle, and
Yeah.
so like you're respected by almost no one, but kind of everyone, and you know, it's great.
So one thing that me and Matt did, and I kind of chickened out halfway through it, but me and Matt, we met in Buffalo 2 weekends ago and shot a match together when it was hot as fucking balls.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
And we shot a 2-gun match up there. It was pretty fun. We were the only 2 guys shooting AKs.
Yep. Yeah.
I like your style.
What did you think of it, Matt?
I thought it was a good little match. Oh, okay. I thought it was a good little match. Get down, buddy.
Boy.
Come on, buddy. It was a good little match, man. There's only 4 stages. What was there, like 20 some odd people showed
Sure,
up for
yeah.
it? So small little match, but it was cool, man. I dug it. Had a good
Yeah.
time. It was hot.
Yeah.
It was hot as hell. It was a 2-gun match. It was pistol and rifle. And yeah, no complaints, man.
I'll tell you this, like, Matt's a legit shooter. Like, I mean, obviously it shows in his videos when he shoots, but he's like, even you, Josh, you're a legit shooter, but watching him run his guns, he's a legit shooter. Like,
I appreciate that. Thank you.
yeah. And yeah, so
I did a little
yeah.
something in my past. That was the first match I shot since before COVID. So it'd been 5 or 6 years
Wow.
Sure.
since I shot a match, man. So I had a great time. I miss it. I want to do it some more now.
Heck yeah.
Not that I'm like an authority or nothing. And I'll have to, and there's a little thing. You got to stick up for yourself too. Like, it was so hot that day. I shot 2 of the stages, and I was like, it was a $15 entry fee. I was like, dude, I don't want to cause a medical emergency on myself.
Mhm.
I'm just gonna pack my shit up. I had enough fun for the day and got in the AC. Um, it's okay to advocate about yourself. I don't want to turn this into like I was a pussy, but also I have a justification for being a pussy. But you know your limitations, and
Oh,
it's best
listen.
not to have a goddamn heart attack on the range because we all have full-time jobs we still gotta fucking do. I'm not
Yes.
making any money shooting matches,
Dude, I
So
had one a couple weeks ago. Ian with Double Tap came out to shoot with me. And we're out there, and dude, we did it. It was the stupidest way to go shooting. It's Florida, and it's like June, and this range where I shoot, you guys have seen it in my videos. It's a freaking prairie. There's no shade. It's
Yeah.
just like pissed off sun straight on your back. And we were out there for
That's all of Wyoming, by the way. So it's,
yeah.
There wasn't one fucking tree on this whole range. Yeah.
no.
So we're out there for like 4 hours, and we got in the truck, and I felt the lights going out, and I'm like, oh
Ooh.
no. So I think a month later, Jolly Roger came out, and I'm like, we brought our freaking Casio World Times, and we set timers, and we're like, every 30 minutes we're gonna drink water and stop, because it's no joke, man. Like, you can very suddenly just, you're out, you know.
Well, and my fault. I didn't pack a cooler with cold drinks, so I was drinking lukewarm water. I drank about a liter of lukewarm water, so I was like, "Yep, my AC works good in my truck. I'll just go fucking hang out over there for a little while."
That's right.
But the two stages I did shoot, I had a good time. There was some barricade lateral movement, and then one was you had to work your way through this little stage. They had these fucking
Clay
clay
pigeons.
pigeons on the
Yeah.
ground,
Yeah.
and you couldn't step on them because they're landmines. So you had to work your way through these barrels and landmines, and you had to shoot the targets and shoot them with your rifle and shit. It was fun.
Yeah, it was.
So with
But
that match, you said you guys shot AKs, so they don't tell you what you can shoot. You just run the match
yeah,
with whatever you bring.
they have different divisions for they had like open class, tactical optics class, limited class, and then they had military classic class.
Okay.
The only limitation was the ammunition choice. You had to make sure you weren't shooting like steel penetrators because you're shooting steel, shit like that. But no, if you wanted to shoot a Pat Paws M1 Garand and a 1911, or if you wanted to shoot a fucking lever gun and a single action army, you could. Might take you a minute because some of them had kind of high round counts. But so I actually was thinking about shooting my Gordon carbine clone that I built and that
Legit.
World War II 1911 that I had, but I'm kind of glad I didn't because I kind of pussed out halfway through the match. I didn't want to put old fucking Gordy looking like a puss carrying his gun. You know what I mean? So
You shot PCC though, right? That's the class you were in.
yeah, I shot
PCC,
PCC.
yeah.
I shot an AKV,
Yeah.
a 13.7-inch AKV from Palmetto. That thing is a fucking cool gun.
Those are
And
cool.
then I shot my Staccato HD 4.5 tactical whack master gun. That thing is a cool gun too. So,
Man, I'll tell you, Matt, your videos on PSA, and just AKs in general, they've been so helpful for me because, like, I'll speak for myself. I've been conditioned that an AK is just super reliable and you can bury it like freaking Osama bin Laden in your yard. And when you need it, dig it up and shoot it. And like all these stupid things. But it's like your videos really help me see like not all AKs are created equal.
No.
And like there's some stuff you kind of got to understand. And, my first AK was a Visca. You remember those?
Oh, those were bombs.
Yeah. I had a good one. I only shot like 200 rounds through it.
Yeah. No, they're still doing that where they're carburizing or surface hardening the trunnions instead of all the way through. So on a little side note here, the heart and soul to prevent that gun from becoming a bomb, your front trunnion, your bolt, that stuff's gotta be solid. So basically once you shoot enough ammunition in those guns, because I got a few over here, they will start to lose their hardness, and then the headspace will start to grow, and then that's bad, and that's when they'll pop. So yeah, 200 rounds, you can go, a lot of them go 2,000, 3,000, 5,000, and then when they'll go. I've talked to people that have had like Romanian parts kits guns that were made in like the 60s, so and then rebuilt into parts kits and got like 35,000 rounds on them before the trunnion fails.
Wow.
So you have no idea how many rounds it had on it before, but you're talking about solid military arsenal, built guns.
Yeah.
And there's a difference between the guns built in wartime or war arsenals, government arsenals, and like commercial guns. And the
Yeah.
Century stuff's commercial guns, and a lot of them, I get it with the cost of stuff going always increasing. They're looking to cut corners and be able just to build the rifles. So sometimes they'll do things like not riveting correctly. The biggest thing at PSA is they're not riveted correctly.
Okay.
So, and the Russians came up with those for a reason. The way they do it, the Russians came up with it for a reason. And when you're not following that because you want to crank out, 30 ARs every 7 or 30 AKs every 7 minutes or whatever. I think
Right.
they produce, I think PSA, don't quote me on this, but I think they produce like roughly 8,000 AKs a month or something like that.
Wow. Is that
Um,
right? Good Lord,
and
that's a lot.
I think they're banking on, because it'll add time to the process, and time is money. And I think what they're banking on is that most people will shoot 200 rounds, 500 rounds. You figure if most shooters shoot, if the lifespan of one of their guns, and this is just an estimate, is let's say 5,000 rounds, and you shoot 500 rounds a year. And that's a lot for some people. They
Yep.
literally only go shoot their AK. They'll have an AK in the closet and they might have 100 rounds in their house, 5 boxes of 20.
Yep.
And they might shoot it on 4th of July.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe once, so they might put 200 to 300 a year through it. But let's just say they do 500 a year on that gun. That's 10 years that gun will last if you continue to put, before it breaks, and then you go, oh, it's broken, let me send it back or get it, but yeah, it's just, I think for the sake of expediency and commonality of parts and all this other kind of stuff, PSA did some things where they changed certain things on, especially on the small caliber guns,
Yeah.
to speed up and to be able to use the same parts as their AKM pattern guns. But
Yeah. It honestly, man, those videos have been so good because it's like, I can't tell you how many times I've had like a PSA underfolder in my cart because I'm an underfolder guy. I love them.
well, I
But
got something that I'll take care of on that one.
okay, good.
Yeah.
But what you
But
said a
yeah.
minute ago, I think is so true. They did it for a reason. I think any gun that's been successful and is still in use decades and decades later, we should all have that attitude that like they probably did things for a reason.
Yeah.
Like maybe they had something figured out there. Like I mean, I was talking with a buddy about this the other day. This rifle right there, it's a 1892 Winchester. Let's really think about that. Even the 1866 or the 60 are still being made,
Yes.
right? How amazing is that those guys, the engineers who designed that one's a John Moses Browning gun, but um that all these years later we're still using these guns, and yet you still see people wanting to change things, and it's like, guys, you build a gun that lasts 150 years commercially.
Mm-hmm.
That's insane. Like that's doesn't even make sense.
Sure.
Or the
Yeah.
94. The 94 is super prolific because of the hunting aspect.
Oh yeah. Like
Well,
you
I think
can.
if you think about it, sorry, Chris, just one second. What do you think the Russians did? If you remember, they had the Type 1, and then they went to the milled receivers, and then they went before they finally perfected the stamping. And the only reason they went to the stamping is because it was so much cheaper and faster to build the guns. The milled guns are much stronger. The receivers don't flex, but they take forever to mill out all that steel from a big chunk of steel. And if you want to shit out rifles at the cyclic rate, you got to stamp the shit out of them. But they did that stuff through trial and error and years of testing and all kinds of other stuff. They did it for you. Just follow. Don't try to reinvent
That's
it, because
right.
what happens with those trunnions, the front and the rear, they'll start walking inside that receiver. Because if you've ever seen an AK fired in slow motion, man, that thing whips and bends. The whole thing whips and bends, and that puts force on it. When I took that PSA apart after 1,000 rounds, it looked like some of the holes were getting egged out, and there was movement in. It looked like there was movement inside the receiver where the
Wow.
trunnion was walking a little bit, and it would have just gotten worse if you would have really put the round count way up there. So
Wow. That's wild, dude. Yeah, it's the same thing. I'm constantly barking about this with the 1911. Constantly, everybody thinks they're a smart guy, a cool guy, and they want to just keep changing stuff. It's like, dude, there's just too much data that these guns work to start saying they don't. I can understand if that thing came out 2 weeks ago, right?
yeah, yeah,
And then maybe there's a case to be made. It's 115 years through like every freaking piece of land on this planet. You know, like they just work. They work. But AKs, man, I've always loved them. I wish I got rid of the Visca because I started to see the horror stories, and I'm like, oh, I want to get rid of this before I can't. But I've always wanted a good, proper AK. But by the time I got interested in them, the good ones are so expensive, man.
Right. So
yeah.
I'm gonna cut in here real quick.
Please, yeah.
Got three things. So one, that Brian Kelly, 181 or whatever, he said, just because. So we're gonna kind of do it like last time, guys. We're coming up on whatever. We're gonna let you guys plug. I'm gonna do my thing over here, and we're just gonna keep going with the conversation. I'm not gonna say what we're doing.
Yep.
But or we could even do it later. Just for my end of things. The guy said something about Lauk 1911 sights, kind of like his revolver sights. I don't know if he's got specifically like those heavy duty sights, kind of like what Matt reviewed. Um, and he had another question about the standoff device that my old man, the same guy, did. My advice to you: he's the kind of guy that when you call him, he answers his phone in his shop. So if you've got questions for my old man as far as what he builds and what he does, when you call the phone, it might be my mom that answers, but she's doing paperwork, and more than likely it's going to be my old man, and he probably just shut his mill off to talk to you. So yeah, call him on that stuff. He's old school. What were we just talking? Yeah. And then another guy was talking about like the Meridian rifles. What do you we'll go into that in the next part, but
Yeah, I'd love to talk about that.
so Josh, we find you at the Old Path Traveler YouTube channel.
That's correct.
Yeah, and old Matt that the Wyoming Gun Project, both find them on Instagram. We're not ending the stream right now, guys. We're just gonna hit pause because I only record an hour at a time. Then we're gonna be redoing it's just my end. Don't jump off the stream. And we're back with the after hours. See, magic of editing. We got 2 episodes out of 1. So, yeah, I was just thinking, the Meridian guns. One of my buddies, he bought himself one of the Meridian, whatever they call it, like the 7 deadly
Like
sins,
the
whatever he bought.
Apocalypse series, or
The Apocalypse series.
the 4 Horsemen of the
So,
Apocalypse.
yeah, I bought me a Riley Defense, and I bought a shark fin set of surplus furniture, cut it down into I bought a dong, cut it down into a shark fin, did some rub some steel wool on it, kind of whatever. And then I showed up to him, I was like, I got my Meridian too. And he's like, fuck you. He was so mad at me. So I call it my faux Ridian.
I like it.
But that Meridian that he has, I shot it. It's a fucking dope rifle.
Yeah, they're dope.
And and we were hitting steel at 500 with a red dot.
Yeah.
And so I mean, my Riley Defense is not a Meridian copy. It's not even close. But I like to fuck with him and piss him off. But
no, the Meridian makes good stuff. And what you got to understand, what I'm figuring out with this, which I mentioned in that video with the PSA, is, you know, the market for AKs is expensive all the way around.
Yeah.
The kits here, if you're going to build them from kits, the surplus military kits, those are expensive. Even like brand new sets for parts. Like, for example, if I'm going to build a 5.56 gun, pretty much the only supply of those, because no company, I mean, no country other than like Poland use an AK. That's coming to mind now. I'm sure there's somebody else there, but that their military actually used a 5.56 AK.
Sure.
Well, Poland has now started ramping up their new rifle, which is the MSBS Grot or whatever. Looks kind of like a what's that dang the ACR. Looks kind of like an ACR. Different rifle, but it kind of looks like that. So they're shutting down production of the barrels. So you pretty much got WBP, which is like a German and Polish company. And they make good stuff. All the top big guys, Krebs and Rifle Dynamics and all these other use the stuff. So that's pretty much where you're stuck using if you're going to build a 5.56 AK brand new. And just the core parts kits alone, no furniture, okay, no barrel, is about $650.
Man.
So now you're $650 in there. So you figure your barrel is about $150 if you want to get a barrel, you know. So now you're up to $800, and then you want some furniture, which is roughly 100 to, you know, $150, and now you're up to $950 in parts alone. And then the builder deserves to get paid for their time, especially if they're doing lots of hands-on stuff, and they're using good rivets and good receivers, and you got to buy a receiver. I forgot that too. So if you buy, depending on what receiver you buy, if you buy a really good one, there's another 100, 150. So you're hovering around 1,000 chicken nuggets or more just in parts.
Yeah.
You know, and that's not finishing it or nothing else. And then the company deserves to make a profit on the gun, which is why like $1,800 for a Meridian 101 is not that bad. It's a lot of money. Don't get me wrong. $1,800 for a rifle in general is a lot of money. But I can see the value in it.
Chris, you flipped sideways.
Uh-oh. Chris flipped sideways.
I didn't mean to do that. Somebody tried calling me. Did I? Let's see if I can fix it. Did I fix it?
You did.
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
You nailed
did
it.
I fix it?
Yep.
We're good?
You're good.
So I have it on Do Not Disturb. I don't know how he got through.
Yeah, AKs have become more. They went from the trash rods, the mag dump into trash $200 guns that were flooding the market, to the boutique type of, you know.
That's what it feels
more,
like.
More about the vibe and more about the.
That's right.
The you know.
Dude,
and I think it's because AR-15s it's completely reversed. AR-15s
I was just going to say
so
that.
expensive, and now you're so cheap.
Yeah, I remember going to a gun show with my granddad in gosh, this had to be it was right when Obama got elected. What was that, 2012? Or was it 2008?
2008?
I think
2008, I think. Yeah.
Okay. 08 to 14.
So it was, I want to say it was like 2010. That sounds right. We're going through this gun show, and there was this guy had this table, and it was just wooden crates, and you couldn't even see him. Like, it was just, he had a little slit between the crates where he's just like there, right? And they're all Romanian AKs. And he opens up this crate, and it's got freaking hay in it. Yeah, dude. Freaking hay in them. 4 mags, $280, right? And everybody just scoffed at those. It was just like AKs, whatever. But see, all the ARs, because Obama was, flirting with gun control and all that. Everybody was at the gun show, freaked out, dude. All the ARs sold out of that gun show in like 45 minutes.
Oh yeah.
And everybody walked right by the AKs, and I still kick myself for that, because I'm like, I went with $1,000 to that gun show to buy an AR. Didn't end up getting.
And you could have bought a whole crate of AKs.
I could have bought 3 AKs for that price. And now I probably could have freaking sold those, never done a thing with them, and like bought a new truck at this point.
Yeah. And now a standard Wasser is hovering around 1,000 chicken nuggets after shipping, transfer, tax, all that other kind of stuff. And you might get canted sights, and they come with really crappy wood nowadays. They don't come with the laminate stock sets anymore and stuff like that. So what the custom builders are giving you is I mean, a perfect example is when you buy, like, let's say receiver blanks, right? They'll be finished and they tumble them and they look real good. But a lot of times the rails will still have little sharp edges on them
Mm.
that you got to clean up. You know, you get that type of stuff. You get all the hands on. You get better rivets that are used. You get with the good builders, all your sights are perfectly lined up. You know, between your rear sight block, your gas block, and your front sight, it'll all be lined up and won't be canted to one side or the other. So that's really what you're paid for with a lot of the custom AK builders.
Mm.
So I got to give a shout out to one guy that's in here. It's if you see the comment on the Trevor Budd 5490, I've had him on my podcast a couple times. He says, I heard a rumor that shooting shotguns with flowers in your back pockets improves accuracy. Chris, I hear I want to hear your expert opinion on this. So Trevor Budd is a good friend that I graduated with. He uh, did some contracting. He's was a cop stuff, but we grew up high school together, running and gunning through the hills. One day we were out, we were out shooting sporting clays one day. And if you ever went hunt shooting or anything with these guys, his brother, his older brother Jason, and Trevor, if you got them together, it was somebody's getting fucked with. Like they just pick one and you're getting fucked with all day. So all day long they're picking wildflowers while we're making our way around this sporting clays. There's like 10 stands, you walk, you shoot. And we did like 2 rounds for this, and we're getting ready to go in and pay the guy, and I reached back to get my wallet, and I literally have a bouquet of wildflowers in my
That's
back
right. You
pocket.
told me about that.
And all day long, they're calling me flower child and hippie, and I'm like, what the fuck? So,
Hmm.
and then that place where Matt, when we left the match and we decided to get lunch there in
Yeah.
Buffalo, because we were shooting in Claremont, we came into Buffalo. That little steakhouse, I went to go take a leak real quick, and I came down and sat down, and the waitress was like, "What do you?" And for the flower child, what would you like? And I'm like, "What the hell?" So I saw that. I had to shout out my boy. I don't know if he's still watching, but
That's cool.
yeah. So,
dude, that I could tell you guys some pranks from the firehouse.
oh,
Holy crap!
so and I'm red green colorblind, and he slipped in a high brass on me, so I slid him into my. It was like boom, boom, and it was like what? I thought I blew my gun up. So yeah, I believe his dad was there, so it was all the buds and then me. So I was the de facto odd man out. So they were just messing with me all day.
Good times right there.
Oh yeah.
So,
Good times.
so somebody said shout out to Mark Krebs, God rest his soul.
Yeah.
Yeah, what a titan of the industry. I mean, he makes a lot of cool stuff for
Legendary.
AKs,
Oh yeah.
And somebody asked if Jim Fuller is still around.
He
He's
is.
still
Yeah.
alive and kicking.
Yep.
He runs
He's
what
doing
Fuller.
Fuller Phoenix now with
Sure.
Travis Haley.
So him and Travis Haley are doing a thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
I like it.
No, I just a couple things I noticed. What else were we wanting to talk about there, Matt? Did you guys have anything you guys want to talk about? No.
Man,
Nothing I could think of.
How about machine?
Go ahead.
Machine gun. I hear rumor that they're gonna be coming out with an FRT for them semi-automatic saws.
Oh, bro, listen. It makes it way more likely for me to spend $10,000 on one of those.
For sure. Like when it comes up between a fight light or a saw with a FRT, I'm probably doing a saw with FRT.
Oh, you won't be able to get them because they'll double in price overnight
Easily
because people want to FRT them.
You know what would I the gun that I would pick over anything else with an FRT? It cannot be beaten. That is a BAR.
Yes.
I'm sorry, and I want I want the one. What is it? Is it the A1 where you can select your cyclic rate?
Yep.
I don't want none of that slow chugga, man. I want I want freaking what is it? Yeah, 800 rounds a minute of freaking 30-06. Yeah,
If I'm a betting man, Josh does not like the H car, which is the modernized BAR. Look at no,
No.
no. I want it wood. I want the bipod and all that stuff.
all
on
of it,
there. Yep.
all of it, man.
Yep.
Same with the Thompson. I've seen these Thompsons where they put like a rail on them and stuff, and I'm just
Oh
like,
yeah, no.
gulags for that guy.
God,
Gulag.
you are such a fun.
All the way,
Yeah.
all the way.
Gulag for you.
I don't.
And on our podcast, we kind of make fun of the Fuds, but I'm also out of the group of guys, like I'm the host, so I get to do what I want.
Yeah.
So out of the host, I'm the most fuddy of us all, and I run the show. Like
Yeah.
everybody else are very like cool guy, competitive shooters. I'm also the guy that super nerds out about pre-64 Winchesters. You know what I mean? So I'm
Yes.
like,
But it goes
yeah,
in
so
cycles, man. There's a resurgence of revolvers now, man. People are
yeah,
getting now, of course, not for duty, but people are realizing how cool they are. And there's hell. It's kind of like AK AR. Now revolvers are super expensive, dude.
Yeah.
They are revolvers are expensive now. And they're kind of like yeah, they're getting a resurgence, man. And I'm all for it. I dig revolvers.
No, they're
so
great.
friend of the podcast, Matt Manjoli, we'll have a whole episode on this, but his uncle passed away here recently. And his uncle had the IPSC number or USPSA number of 14.
Good Lord.
So he would have had a single digit number, but he had to go get beer for all the old guys. So he went out to go get beer, and by the time he come back, he was the 14th person to join the association. So that, I mean, you're talking a guy that's been shooting competitive pistols since the early 70s. So he passed away, and he's in I won't say where, a less gun friendly state. Left his poor widow to deal with it, and he was a gun hoarder type situation. So Matt
man.
went back to collect all the reloading supplies he could get, and he rented a U-Haul and he hauled as much shit out there as he could. And then one of our friends we met that had the big truck, he hooked up. I don't want to give out a bunch of names because we're still figuring it all out. Matt, the guy that had that big truck, him and a FFL broker went out and got the guns. And they're like, it was like 5 or 6 giant safe fulls and probably between 3 to 500 guns.
Wow.
And like everything from Glocks to Shiloh Sharps to Bisley Vaqueros to Old Smiths to Baylor Precision
to his uncle, man.
Yeah. So they were able to rescue the firearms from the depths of the communist states, and they're gonna bring him. There's gonna if you watch Gunbroker, and we'll probably be able to plug him, but like you'll be seeing some like Horth shotguns and shit like this, some wildly crazy shit. So like, and I think one thing that's important, and we'll probably touch on it when we do a podcast about it, and this is something I was thinking about today. For us guys, like I don't have that many guns, but something to think about because we're not spring chickens anymore. At any point in time, we all could probably keel over for grabber if we have too much ghost energy drinks and
Yeah.
whatever. Is to have some kind of plan for your guns and have somebody that kind of knows what's up, instead of leaving it to somebody. And if like, I hate to say it, God rest his soul, but like he wasn't shooting for like probably a considerable amount of time. He probably could have been there and helped find this shit because they were finding guns under beds and false books and shit. So like they're not even really 100% sure they found all the motherfucking guns. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like they moved a safe, they found another 30 pounds of powder, So we'll talk about that more on a podcast, but it's something to think about as far as getting rid of, like having a plan for your guns and having a plan for your supplies for if Lord forbid accidents never happen on purpose. I know myself within my 30s was a real problem year for me. I almost kicked the bucket twice and I was 30 years old.
Mm.
So, but I got a bunch of folks that know where my safe combination is, or the people that I would trust, you know, with my mother, you know what I mean? I know they're not going to steal from me and they know what to do with dude and like what's his name is have a trust for your guns. Sure, you can do that. There's applications that have like where you can catalog your guns. There's all sorts of stuff, but yeah, and get a lawyer to write up a will, a good will and a trust. I
Man,
guess I don't know.
I recommend that big time. I know an estate lawyer or like a contracts guy, and it's eye opening. Pay the money, sit down with them for an hour, and just let them walk you through everything. It's you kind of go, okay, it's worth my time. Especially if you got wife and kids too. Getting all that plugged in. I completely agree.
Yeah, especially if you got NFA shit, you got suppressors,
Yes.
SBRs, you got all this shit like, and it's not on a trust. If you just did individual shit, you got to have a plan for that because man, it would be a big pain in the ass. It becomes a big pain in the ass for them because they got to do something with them,
Yep.
and you
Yeah,
don't really want to see them turn them in and have them destroyed.
right.
So
I used to hang out this gun store, it was like indoor gun range and gun store in Virginia. And every so often, a widow would come in, or family member, or sister, or brother, whatever, and say, "Hey, my so and so died, and they got all these guns, and we'd like to get rid of them." That's what they said. Like, we like to destroy them or get rid of them. One time they came. I'm not even. This is not a lie. This lady came in with a fully transferable MP5. Now, this was probably 20 years ago, maybe,
Wow.
maybe a little
sure,
less. And at the time, I think it was like $25,000. She's like, "This, we think this is like an illegal machine gun. We want it destroyed." And the owner of it was looking it over, and he's like, "No, no, 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 no." He's like, "No, this is legal. Like, there's paperwork somewhere in your house for this." He's
sure.
like, "If you go back, oh, we just want to," and he's like, "No," he's like, "Listen, man, what I'm trying to tell you is this thing is worth like $25,000." And she was like, "Wait," he goes, "If you find that paperwork, you can sell this for $25,000 at the time. It's probably more than that now."
Oh yeah,
About
yeah,
45 now.
Yeah, and then she came back with more shit, all kinds of stuff. And then she ended up bringing like, I think the dude died in a motorcycle accident or something. She ended up bringing all his crap, all the reloading stuff, powder, because the owner was like, "Hey man, if he's got it, bring it all down here. We'll let you know what you got, what you need." But yeah, same thing. She had to dig, try to find. I don't remember if she ended up finding all that stuff. I think she did, and he put her on to a class 3 dealer, a machine gun dealer that was in that whole thing. And but she had quite a few of those really nice and really expensive guns, including fully transferable machine guns that she had no freaking clue. You're 100% right. My wife come here and she'd be like, you got some guns that are six, seven, eight, $10,000, and $50. I don't know. That type of
yeah.
shit.
Like my old man's got a safe full of some of the coolest guns I ever see. Which
Yeah.
not I do not. My dad will probably outlive me. That man's in better shape than I see most 30-year-olds in. But so he'll definitely outlive me. I hate to say it, but yeah,
Hey, if I could
yeah,
respond to one comment here.
sure.
Um, Fearless Journey. I think he's one of my. He's on my Patreon. I'm pretty sure. If he's not, he's a follower of mine. He said, "I'm working on my display case for my T-Sauce Army. What kind of glue did you use for the felt?" It is 3M. I think it's called Super 77. Um, really good spray-on glue, and that's one piece of felt, by the way, that went in that box. It's a giant mess, and you're going to say a lot of cuss words. And when you spray this stuff on,
I know you want to eat. I know.
it's like freaking
Hold on.
Spider-Man. Like you touch one little piece and it like stretches. it's very frustrating stuff. But if you spray the felt, push it on, it's going to get everywhere. It's fine. You can clean up later. It's nice because it doesn't dry super quick, so you're not going to be panicking trying to get it in there. It gives you time to get it set up. So anyway, yeah, 3M Super 77 or 77 something. The Gorilla Glue makes some stuff. It sets up too quick, and you spray the felt, and you go to put it on, and it's like the thing turned into freaking marble, and it doesn't work well. So, yeah. And the 77, once it dries, the humidity won't touch it. It almost dries like a hard rubber, so it's not brittle and won't come undone if you take the box outside. So there we go.
Well, the nice thing where we live, Matt, we don't have to worry about humidity.
No, it's way too. It's the opposite of it's dry. It's super dry. But it's funny because I used to have to in Virginia. I used to have the what's the little goldenrod thing and the desiccant packs in my safe so my guns wouldn't rust.
Yeah.
Shoot, nothing rusts out here. Nothing.
Oh, dude.
No,
it's like
no rust.
My office is like a habitat. Like if you guys ever come to Florida, of course you got to come over. You walk through my office door, it's 68 degrees and it's 48% humidity, mostly from my guitars, my Martins.
Sure.
But yeah, dude, it's so humid here. Like you walk outside, like all the stuff in my garage, it just eats everything. Everything starts to shrivel and contort and turn yellow. It just, the heat and the humidity. It's like no wonder when people die outside here, you got like 2 weeks to find them, or those people just turned into freaking pudding.
Yeah.
Like it just, the humidity here eats everything.
And the gators will eat them, but
that too, and maybe the people, depending on what county you're in.
Yeah.
I saw a body cam of a guy that was running from the cops. He went and ran to the swamp, and he got like a gator chomped his ass. And the cops like, come back. And he's like, help. He's like, hey, I'm not going out there.
I'm not going out there. Sir.
No. Oh, dude,
think the guy ended up losing his forearm because it chomped his forearm. Then it did the death roll and just peeled his arm off.
Oh, dude. I mean, we've got just snakes. Let me tell you something that's going to ruin your life, okay? Out here in Florida, if you take a flashlight and you put it next to your eyes like this, okay, and you turn it on and you just look around the grass, you're going to see all these little rainbow sparkles. A lot of people think that's dew. That's spider eyes. And there's like, in a little square like this, there's like 20 of them. So
that's
here,
gross.
Dude,
that's gross.
It's a nightmare. And when you walk up and test it out, actually walk up to a little cluster of circles, they start scattering, and they're not small. They're those big wolf spiders with the gangly legs.
Yeah.
Makes me want to freaking pass out, man. I hate it. Florida is a nightmare. It's a freaking nightmare.
Move to Wyoming. We just have blizzards. You'll be okay. We don't have hurricanes, but we do randomly just get like hurricane force wind, and then it gets like negative 40 degrees.
Great.
So like just stay inside.
That's fine.
That's it.
Like I said, I'll sponsor you to be a Wyomingite. I'll sponsor you.
That's right.
I'm gonna put you on the loan application.
We have rattlesnakes out here, but they're little tiny prairie rattlers. They're nothing like, anything big like diamondbacks or the big ass snakes in Florida. But you will have antelope and all kinds of deer walking across your property all over the place, and yeah.
No, we just get wild pigs and raccoons and snakes and
iguanas
gators.
And black panthers or whatever. Jaguars.
The
Don't you
iguanas
have jaguars there?
We do. Well, that's more of a northern and the northern part of the state. The iguanas, that's a Miami thing.
Oh, is it?
That's not up here, but Miami, that's straight up just another place. That's another world. That's where you have like these freaking movie-esque anacondas that are like 20-something foot long. Like, that's a real thing, man. And people, like, they're open season. You can go hunt them and get on the airboat.
Mean dogs.
Yeah.
eating people's dogs and cats and
And people.
No way.
people.
Yeah. Yeah, you can pay to
Well,
go
we
get on a
lost another 6-year-old today. He got ate by a python.
Yeah. Yeah, you can go pay money and get on an airboat with some toothless dude down in Miami, and he'll take you out there and hunt freaking giant pythons.
That's
It's
crazy.
it's hard to imagine, but when you see the videos, you're just like, okay, they're real.
What's a donut operator crotch melter? What is that?
What?
So, uh, Croc Viking said, "Cue donut operator couch melters."
Okay, cracks one of
Must be
my
like watching videos,
cracks one of my
watching donut
mods.
operator videos.
Yeah.
Donut. Okay,
Yeah, you're not wrong. Now that I think about that thing, I do watch a lot of. I watch a
Crack's the
shocking
spicy
amount of.
boy.
crack is a
Yeah,
spicy boy.
Yeah.
I watch a lot of donut operator stuff, I guess, because I'm one pathetic loser. Like I always think I probably should have been a cop, but I'm glad I was a coal miner because I don't like babysit in public. So, but
Yeah, yeah, man. Oh
yeah.
yeah. Wesley, one of my Patreon guys, said, "But the spiders catch the mosquitoes." Here's the deal: we got solutions for mosquitoes. So like you got those electric shocker thingies, with the neon
Yep.
light. You got flamethrowers. You've got all sorts of things that'll kill mosquitoes. The spiders, man, and it's especially the big brown recluse and the wolves. I can't even think about them. It makes me want to vomit. I'm very arachnophobic. I don't play with spiders, dude.
So uh did you ever watch the movie Arachnophobia?
Heck no.
Why not?
I can't even look at pictures of them. Like my kids, they've got a book floating around inside, and it's just spiders. And I've tried to disappear that book so many times. I can't even look at them. They're now the daddy long legs and the little jumping spiders. Those don't really bother me. It's the ones that look like they have a really evil personality. They're so big.
Like it's thinking about how it's going to kill you.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
dude, I saw a black
Ugh.
widow walking into my garage today. I looked down, I'm like, hey, motherfucker, and I stomped on it. But like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Here's
we do
a-
have
here's
black
a-
widows out here.
yeah, we have brown recluses and wolf spiders and shit.
Mhm.
But
No.
so here's one for you, Josh. Have you
Sure.
ever heard of the author Angry American? American. He's out of Florida. He writes the Going Home series.
Maybe. It sounds vaguely familiar.
So you might actually really like that series of books because it's based in Florida.
Hmm.
And it's like EMP hits and he's away from home, so he has to make his way back home and all the bullshit that they
Oh,
go
man.
through. It's like a 10-part series book. It's got good gunplay in it. But the problem is he carries an XD-45, which is bleh. But so
XD, man.
but there's an old guy that carries a 1911, so that helps. But
Okay. Redeeming value.
yeah, so I think you might like it because you might know where like I don't know, there's like a town called Eustis and Umatilla and shit like that.
That's 15 minutes from me. Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, like you might really like that because
Yeah.
it's kind of based in your neck of the woods. You might
I was just
like
in
be able
Eustis
to,
yesterday. Yeah.
yeah, it's written by A American.
Okay.
They have audiobooks. It's called the Going Home series. It's like Avenging Home. It's got like I think it's like 8 or 9, maybe even
Dude,
up to 10 book series.
I want to
So
look at that because I'll be honest with you, I have written out like the plot for what I think would be a really cool series or book or movie, and it's that exact thing. Like if you were away from home and the lights went out, like what would getting home look like? Right?
mhm.
So that's cool. I'm definitely gonna look at that.
So yeah, check it out because I was just thinking of because I'm re-listening to the whole series while I'm at work because like one book is like 10 hours. So I can just start it at the beginning shift and I damn near, I listen to a whole book in a shift, So
That's
I'm
cool.
like in a whole new world while I'm running equipment,
Heck yeah.
and then I have
And
them all purchased so I can just go from book to book to book to book to book,
Yeah. I'm
So
gonna look at that for sure. I do a lot of audiobooks. The last one I did was the book about Count Dooku.
Count Dooku.
Yep, his origin story. Yep.
I
From
don't
Star
know
From
anything
Star
about that.
Wars.
from Star Wars. Yep. I'm a massive Star Wars nerd.
Oh, I'm sorry.
What?
Because they destroyed your
Oh yeah.
series.
Oh, it's so funny, dude.
Disney rape. It's like Godfather. Look what they did to my boy. They
Yeah.
just raped the shit out of him. They're
They-
doing that across the board. They're like, Snow White, let's destroy it. Let's
Yeah.
just go through and destroy everything.
They ruined
Star Trek ruined it.
all of it, dude. All of it. Yeah, I
All
get
of it.
people. There's a guy that I know, and he's like such a fan of everything that Disney's doing with Star Wars, and I'm just like, bro, can you talk
Dude,
to somebody else?
it's
Like,
freaking dog water.
it's
It's dog
awful.
water.
Now, I will say the Kenobi series, pretty good, mostly because it's Hayden and it's Ewan. Like seeing them back together, super cool. Obviously, the Acolyte is basically butt cancer.
Yes.
It's
Ahsoka.
yeah.
Terrible.
The only parts of Ahsoka that were good were Hayden coming back as Anakin, man. Like, you know, what else?
So are we
Obvious-
are we letting our tisms show now?
Oh,
Yeah.
I'll let them all out, dude. I'll let them all out.
Before I forget though, and not to shift subjects,
Go
though,
for it.
Because when you said XD 45 XD, if you want a good 1911 movie, I've mentioned this before. I think it's kind of cheesy, but it's also awesome at the same time. It's called Last Man Standing with Bruce Willis, and he is double fisting 1911s.
I like it.
A1s, yep.
I think Christopher Walken's in that movie.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
Bruce Willis, Christopher Walken. There's quite a few stars.
One of
in
my
that cast.
favorite scenes is when he's got a whole table full of magazines
Dude,
and he's jamming mags,
he
but he
must have-
never does he only does reloads after he fires like
He must have
87 rounds and he's purely committed.
57 rounders spread out across his table, and then he's just like, "Gah, gah, 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 gah," and he's reloading.
shoots a guy through the window out
And
into
the guy
dusty
flies out,
street.
yeah.
Yeah.
The classic 40.
That's
foot
what
throwback.
45 does, dude.
That's what 45 does. I'm trying to tell people.
Especially when you're dual wielding them bitches.
That's right.
And a dual shoulder holster.
It is awesome. It's like a 1920s, 30s gangster movie, but like near the Mexican border. So it's like an
Yeah, it's
old
like
West
Texas,
town.
yeah.
Yeah, that
It's
the
like-
mob
it's-
takes over.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm gonna check that out.
Last
Dude,
Man
you haven't
Standing,
seen
Bruce
it?
Willis.
No,
Oh my god. Yeah,
Yeah,
go
it
rent
I'm
it
normally I'm pretty
tonight.
tuned into 1911 movies, but that one I
Tonight.
haven't seen.
This one is just 1911s and shoulder holsters and
Okay.
Tommy guns and 1917 revolvers and
Awesome.
oh yeah.
fucking Enfields and all sorts of, it's everything you love in a movie.
Yeah,
Old
yeah.
cars,
Heck yeah, dude.
fucking I mean, I can't believe you haven't watched it.
Fedoras and gangster suits.
Suits. What is
Oh, I'm gonna
140
watch that.
degrees suits and fedoras? Yeah, it's one of Bruce Willis's best movies ever.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
It's
Prime
like I said,
Bruce Willis.
there are some cheesy parts where like people are flying. They're like they fly across the street when they get hit with
Dude,
the 45.
yeah.
It's
But it just makes it
so
cooler,
fucking
man.
cheesy. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's so fucking cheesy.
Have you guys
But
seen?
it's so fucking awesome.
Yes, yes.
Have you guys seen Appaloosa
I have not.
Oh,
Oh.
wait a minute.
with Viggo Mortensen and
Yes.
yeah,
Is that when he has like an eight gauge shotgun?
yeah,
Yeah, Mr. 8 gauge.
8 gauge double barrel.
I've seen it. Yeah.
Dude, you
That-
if
Is
you
that-
like
that seems
westerns,
fun.
I can't remember the guy who plays Virgil.
It was the guy that played in Lonesome Dove. It was the guy that played in.
Yes,
I think he just died. He played in Colors way back in the
yeah,
90s.
he's been in a ton of movies.
ton of movies.
And he's great too. I really like him
Oh,
as an
yeah.
actor. It's a great western, modern western. It's one of my favorite movies, honestly. Like, and it's so slept on. Not a lot of people know about it. But man, there's a scene where it's early in the movie, and there's a lot of single action army gunplay in the movie, and the main guy Virgil, these two dudes are like pissing in the saloon or whatever. And he's trying to tell them to get out, and they won't listen. He goes, "If you draw on me, either one of you, I'm going to kill both of you." and one of them goes for his gun, and this dude draws a full 7.5-inch single action army, and poop, poop, poop. And dude, the gunplay is so good because first of all, it's the time period is correct. They're using black powder. It looks
Um,
like black powder indoors. Shower of sparks, smoke everywhere, like, and no recoil either, which is really cool. And then Vigo's in the corner and he shoots this dude with the 8 gauge and just
8 gauge shotgun. Yeah.
Somebody said it was Robert Duvall.
Robert Duvall. That's
Yeah.
it. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, wait, no, it's not Robert Duvall.
Maybe not. Dad
No.
built, my old man built Robert Duvall a gun. Just saying.
Did he really?
Yeah. Single action army.
Of course.
course. with a Bowie knife.
Yeah, dude, that's a great one. Old Henry is another modern Western.
Old Henry. I just watched that like 2 days ago.
Isn't it great?
I've watched it 4 times. Every time it comes up, I'm like, Old Henry, watch it.
Dude, it's
Hell
so
yes.
good.
Open Range was awesome.
Yeah.
Lonesome Dove was awesome. Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
Everybody
Open
knows
Range
you
is-
love biscuits and whores.
Yeah, dude.
Me too. I got biscuits in my fridge right now.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. There's
I'll tell
several.
another one that's awesome.
Yeah.
Which I watch all the time when it's on Netflix. Highwaymen. Have you seen
Oh,
that one?
yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh,
It's a
that-
Could you
cult-
imagine walking
it's a cult
into that gun
monitor.
store
It's a
and
cult
fucking doing
monitor.
that?
Yep.
Going into a gun store, I'll take all that. I want
Oh,
1,000 rounds for each. Oh my
Yep.
god. So somebody said, David Weathers said on
It's
here, I thought
Ed
it'd be a good one
Harris.
for you.
It's Ed Harris. That's the guy who
Ed
played
Harris.
That's-
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
Ed Harris.
Yep.
Yeah.
He said, hey, old path, if you shoot mostly 185s out of your 1911, do you need to do a different spring setup? I'd say no. Do
it.
you?
No, I mean, so generally, there's a lot of factors here, but the heavier the bullet, the more thump you're going to have, right? So you go with a lighter bullet, it's generally a little easier on the gun. So no, you don't need to change the spring generally. That's if you're using a standard 16 pound spring. If you're running an 18, maybe. Depends on your mainspring too. There's a lot of things at play there, but generally no. Standard stuff it should run.
At Jolly Roger, I hate to say something here. It says, I haven't seen it in ages, but I think Bruce Willis 1911s are in 38 Super. I'm sure someone will correct me if I'm wrong. I think so. What happens with blank firing 1911s in movies, they've got to be toned down to around 9mm or 38
Mhm.
Yeah.
because it's
They
got to
don't
have
run
enough.
right.
They don't run
Yeah.
right.
It's
So
the
if you
same
look
thing with
like,
Way of the Gun, right?
yeah, and
Yes.
in Terminator too.
Mm-hmm.
So if you
And
see the front end of
Magnum
that,
PI.
Yeah.
Magnum
Sure.
PI's gun was a 9mm. Yeah.
yeah. So like, and my dad built the guns, a couple of the guns for the movie The Watchmen. They were only in the movie for a second, but those were strictly blank firing pistols, and they were in a smaller caliber. Some movies do it better where they actually go in and bore out the end of the barrel so it looks right, but sometimes they don't.
That's interesting.
Mhm. Maybe. Thanks for ruining it for us, Jolly Roger.
Yeah. But he was loading 45 hardball in them magazines.
That's right. That's right. But and to the person saying if you shoot 185s, you don't shoot 185s. You shoot 230 grain
That's
Josh,
right.
Lagarde loads.
That's
Don't
right.
shoot that hot Winchester white box stuff.
No.
That's the other thing I think we talked about, Josh. Get back to the 1911s, 45s. Though for some reason the modern ammo manufacturers, everything's got to be faster and more powerful, and it's not necessary. And you're just going to beat up your guns. I can tell a big difference. And I've chronoed this stuff. My reloads, which are 230 grain, doing around 800.
Yep.
And the Winchester white box is doing like 875. They're high eights, 880 sometimes for a 230 grain. And you can tell the difference.
Well, to me, there's a really simple explanation as to why they do that. And yeah, I'm not going to do the history. I'm going to just not do that. Because I'll.
Oh,
bore
come on. Come on.
you don't
come
want to hear
on.
it. It's boring.
Not to me, but go
Well,
ahead.
okay, I'll give a little bit. So, a lot of people. So yes, originally John Moses Browning and his team had the 45 ACP 200 grains at 900 feet per second.
Yep.
But nobody wanted that. The military didn't want that. They were trying to match the performance of the 45 Colt, which was
Yep.
then replicating the performance of the Walker, essentially. So they wanted the 230 grain going slower. Mostly just due to it is really hard on the gun with that extra FPS. The reason modern manufacturers tune the things higher is simply one reason. They want their cartridges to work in more guns, and there's a lot of shorties. And the
Oh, that
shorties,
makes sense. Yeah.
yep, the
Yep.
shorties require, it's a different timing, there's different slide velocities, and so they don't want to sell the true 45 ACP because it won't work in like these little officer abominations.
Yeah.
So that's why.
Yeah, you don't even like commander lengths, do you?
Not really. I just don't. It's like, dude, you're saving like this much metal. Like, what are we doing? Just
Hey, some people say that's a lot.
That's a lot.
it might be. No, I mean, one of my Patreons, newer guy, just asked that the other day. He's like, "What do I think about those?" And I said, "Look, if you want a smaller gun or a shorter gun, because the 1911 is very narrow,
Right.
carry a different gun. Like, yes, like we've kind of figured out commanders. They do work. I'll give that credit, but um, it's just a different thing. Like they require different springs. They don't run regular ammo the same. The timing is different. It's just a different thing altogether. And I'm very much of the mind of like what Larry Vickers said it years ago. None of that stuff is proven over time. Um, the 1911 that we know is proven over 115 years with millions and millions of recorded rounds in many different theaters conditions. We know that works. All the other stuff, it's just not proven. So whatever. I know a lot of people run commanders and they have good luck with
Oh
them.
yeah, I love commanders. I even got that little defender thing. But you're right. That I did some velocity testing, and don't quote me on these numbers. It's on video. But I think out of that little tiny Colt defender, um, you get 7, 8 rounds. So it's not that great for that size of a gun. You could get a small Glock and
Right.
get 15 to 16 rounds of 9mm.
Mhm.
But I want to say the velocities were in the sixes with
Yeah.
with that little gun. So you're losing a lot of velocity.
Yeah.
You can basically reach out and catch it.
You can, yeah. I mean, it's only got like a little 3-inch barrel, and if you know the way they measure it, that includes the chamber
Right.
stuff too. So you actually only have about 2.5
That's
inches
right.
of rifling, and it's not, yeah.
It just doesn't
So
work. They're not as good. And my
it's
thing
down
is,
675, 680, somewhere around there. So
yeah, which
it'll
frankly,
do it. It'll do it.
it will. Yeah, it'll do it. But I told the guy, I'm like, look, if you want something shorter, my mileage, just get a Glock 19.
Sure.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Or any version of the Glock. Like even if you go with the 42s or the 43s.
Mhm.
Like I've had damn good luck with my Glock 43X. I've shot the dog shit out of that gun, and
They're great.
it fucking runs.
Yep.
Like if you're worried about like the length of the barrel, if you're wearing inside the waistband, it doesn't matter how long the fucking barrel is because it's in your pants.
And they're harder to shoot.
Right. So
smaller guns are harder to shoot.
Sure. So the thing that people got to worry about is the heel of the pistols,
That's
like
right.
the grip. And even my Glock 43X has a full size grip. Like it's not any more. It's about as wide as my 1911 is, but anyways.
Yeah, who was it? Was it
The
Clint
length?
Smith?
It's got to be a full fighting grip, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you get that with. So it's just figuring out how to carry a gun.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't say everybody do their own experiments carrying a cocked and locked single action appendix. I mean, that's up to you. Whatever you want to do.
Don't do that.
I'm just gonna say whatever you want to do. Whatever. I mean, like Colonel Jeff Cooper said, carrying a gun is comforting, not necessarily comfortable all the time.
100%.
You know what I mean?
I
So like you got to figure out how to dress. You got
And
to, you know,
what did Clint, was it Clint Smith? Somebody correct me, and I'm going to screw this up, but they said something like, if you're carrying a gun, it can never be small enough. And
no,
if you're
he said they're always too big to carry, but they're never too big to fight with.
yes, that's it. There you
Yeah.
go. So yeah,
And that's
which is true. You want
it
the
is true.
smallest gun, smallest, most comfortable gun possible when you're carrying, like when you're wearing shorts or something. But then if you actually have to use it, you're like, oh man, I wish I had that big old slab side 1911 with, you know.
Yes.
sure.
Yeah.
Did want to answer this question real quick. This is on the ammo topic. Lucas said, if white box isn't the best, white box is fine for range ammo, but
Mhm.
anymore, it's like shooting. My buddy Jolly Roger, he says this. It's like shooting quite literally black powder loads. They're so dirty.
Mhm.
I don't know
But
what they did. They've always been dirty though. I
I
remember
think they
shooting a lot
use
of them at
231 powder.
231.
yeah, that's
231, yeah,
funny.
231, yeah.
So he asked, what's the closest to the original load? Well, here's the problem. Nobody makes ammunition at 800 feet per second. Or now, when you look at the original cartridge boxes, which I don't have any, there's some right there. It says on the boxes 800 feet per second plus or minus 25. So there was an acceptable range back then. Nobody makes it at that range. It's either 850 and up or cowboy loads down in the sixes. So
Sure.
unfortunately, I can't name anyone who makes a true pre-war Thompson Lagarde load spec bullet or cartridge. But if you're a reloader, it's very easy to accomplish. I think for me, I'm doing 4.5 grains of tight group with a 4.52 berries at 1.266 overall length. And that's original spec, and that comes out right at 800, probably 790.
And that's pretty much because I think I'm using Winchester Super Target
Mm-hmm.
for 45, and it's same thing, 44, 45, somewhere around there
Yeah.
with over a 230 grain. Yep.
Yep.
So, and I'm
And
getting the same.
it's noticeable. Like,
Oh yeah,
it's super, you
they
know.
actually shoot really smooth.
Oh man, and you wouldn't think that 50 feet per second makes that much of a difference. It really does.
It does.
I mean, you get a
Yeah.
feel for like what this thing is actually supposed to feel like. And what a lot of people don't realize is, yeah, man, the modern cartridges that you're buying off the shelf, they're trying to cast the widest net they can so that they don't want to hear from people saying their ammo doesn't work in their gun.
Yep.
Um,
So they make the spicy boys.
yeah, yeah, and especially like Winchester, they're USA ready. I mean, that's creeping up on 900 feet per second with a 230 grain bullet, man.
Right.
It's
Can
a
you
lot.
guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. My phone is about ready to die, so I shut down my stream. So we're just all on you, buddy. We're on your
Sweet.
time.
Cool.
So my phone is about ready to die, so I had to plug it into a power source.
There
So
you go. I wanted to catch up on some of the comments here.
Yeah, I can't see them, so go ahead.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, a lot of people are talking about like the movie guns. So I did a deep dive on the Longmire guns. They changed over the seasons. Originally, season 1 and 2, they are a late 20s, early 30s commercial Colt A1. For sure. There's no disputing that. I mean, you can very clearly see one of the prop guns has on the left side the commercial Colt text. So it's like pretty easy to see. But they did some weird stuff, man. Over the seasons, you start seeing lowered ejection ports on his pistol, which is like, why don't you just spray paint it pink at that point? And they started doing things where like the grips started changing. You know, they weren't using consistent stag grips. There was one scene where somehow his 1911 has a bull barrel. There's no bushing. Like, um, it
Only
just,
people like us notice that.
I know.
Yeah.
But
only 19, and You want to tell me how he gets in a gunfight every episode and he has a 1911 with one mag. He doesn't even carry it cocked and locked. And he's got one spare fucking mag and a
Yeah.
fucking like, bro, you're going in to fight the world with 14 fucking rounds.
This is the way. This is the way.
Listen, you only need one. It's 45.
That's
The
right.
45 auto is the only pistol cartridge that Chuck Norris was afraid of, man. So come on.
That's
like,
correct.
It's a death ray.
That is correct.
What kind of gun didn't he carry? A Beretta 92?
Who?
Yeah, and a
Yeah.
lot of his stuff, yeah, that was the hotness in the I mean, it was the
Who, Chuck
hotness in the
Norris?
80s. Yeah.
Yeah, what gun
Yeah,
did
yeah.
Walker,
Walker,
Texas
Texas
carry?
Ranger, he had the stainless one.
Yep.
Yeah, he had a
But if
stainless
you
92
watch,
if I believe.
which is funny because we were talking about movies, and I just watched this one, Lone Wolf McQuade.
Oh yeah. What
He had a big old 44 Magnum, and yeah, dude, it was cool.
What
I
movie
have
was it?
never wanted to own a Ram Charger so badly in my life. And when I watched that movie, like when he's passed out and he
And they
busts
buried
open
him.
the Lone Star beer,
He
starts
drank the
up
beer
and
and shot out of the.
fucking hits the toggle switch supercharger on his fucking jumps out of that grave. Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
What movie was it where Tommy Lee Jones, the guy, had like a nickel-plated Beretta, and he's like, "Get rid of that nickel-plated
US
sissy
Marshals,
pistol."
Oh, that's
That's-
U.S. Marshals. No, he was shooting
No.
a Glock.
No, it
He
wasn't.
was
No,
He was
it's
shooting
the
a
scene.
Glock, and the guy had some kind of nickel Smith. I believe it was a
Or
nickel
Taurus.
Smith. He said, "Get rid of that nickel-plated
Plated
sissy
sissy
pistol and get
pistol.
Get
yourself a Glock."
That's
Yeah,
right.
it wasn't U.S. Marshals? Was it the one with Harrison Ford where they were trying to track him down?
No, it was U.S. Marshals
Was it US Marshals?
with the African American guy. They're
Hmm.
chasing that guy. I believe.
Yeah. Let me see here.
I remember I watched that in the Hot Springs, South Dakota movie theater when I was in Hot Springs, South Dakota with one of my buddies.
Yeah. Yeah, Crack said Longmire had a 30-30. Yeah, he had a Winchester 94 in his truck. And his
Yep.
freaking, was it the Blazer?
Yeah.
It was a Bronco.
It was a Bronco. That's
a
right.
It was a Bronco. Like
Yeah.
mid-90s OJ Bronco.
So cool.
And what Ferg had? Did he have a Colt Python? An 80s?
He had
or was it?
yeah, he had a Colt Python and he drove a Trans Am. Blue Trans Am.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Moretti
And
had
Victoria
the
Moretti
Glock
had a Glock
19.
19.
Yep.
And she had a regular police car.
Yep.
My thing is, why didn't they give Ferg a cop car ever? They make him driving his personal vehicle all the time and shooting a fucking wheel gun. They didn't even give him a semi-auto. That's bullshit.
It's
Or
like
Ferg.
he was like a probie for like 6 seasons. He's just he
Yeah.
never graduated.
Everybody gave poor Ferg all the bullshit jobs.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like this guy just freaking put a shotgun to his head and evaporated himself in the woods. Ferg, clean this up. It's like
yeah.
he's just standing there with a spoon, you know.
Yeah.
Let's see here. I'm kind of catching up on comments. Thank you guys all for being here, by the way. Like, this has been a really active chat, which always makes it fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's such a good series. That's a video I've been wanting to do for a while, is like my favorite guns from different shows and movies. You know, definitely Longmire's up there. You guys ever watch Hell on Wheels?
Oh, of course.
It's a great
He
show.
had a Griswold and Gunnison.
In the early seasons, yes.
In the early, yeah.
Was that a
Yeah.
double shotgun? Was that what that
No.
was?
It was
Go ahead,
the
Judd.
it's the
Captain
Confederate
Ball revolver
yeah
made by the Confederacy.
yeah it was their
Oh, okay.
ripoff of the 51 Navy, basically.
Yeah. Yeah.
And yeah, he had that initially in the first, which I love the early seasons. Like the first 2 seasons are awesome. He eventually graduated up to a 1860 Army. And then by the end, he was running a 58 Remington, and he was doing the reload, swapping out the cylinders and everything. And there's a great scene where the other guy has a Colt open top, and he's on the ground, and the open top Colt guy is trying to swap a cylinder on the Colt, and he's got the Remington. He just flips that out and blasts him. It's
like in Pale Rider,
yes,
one of the best
exactly.
endings. Just God, that movie is
Yeah.
Or when Tuco in Good, Bad, and the Ugly, and he takes the cylinder in his hand and he rolls it in his hand, and it still makes the click noises.
Yes. I just rewatched those three movies, and man, I gotta say, I Clint Eastwood is just timeless. He holds up, man. Like, and especially when people start talking about like freaking John Wayne, I'm
Outlaw
like,
Josie Wales is my favorite movie. That
oh,
movie is
dude, yeah, Hang 'em High,
oh
Josie
good.
Wales,
Can I
Good,
show
Bad,
you
and the Ugly.
something?
Yeah, please.
I've got an
Yeah,
autographed picture.
legit.
Get off my lawn.
Gran Torino's just it's a work of art.
Oh,
You know how many times in the day I look for a reason to say to somebody, "Give me another beer, Dragon Lady."
My favorite scene of that movie is like, you ever run across somebody you just knew you shouldn't have fucked with?
Yeah, that's me. Yeah,
yeah, man. Unforgiven.
they
All
go
those
on,
movies.
man. Like, and
So good.
they're legit
Yeah,
good movies. Like, even I was watching Fistful of Dollars a couple days ago, and I'm just like,
so good.
it's such a good movie. And then you go and watch. I know it's probably gonna be sacrilege to some people. Then you go and watch like a John Wayne, and you're like, this sucks. Like those movies are oh, they're awful. But
I don't know. I
Clint
don't
Eastwood
know.
is
True Grit
legit.
was awesome. Feel your hands, you son of a bitch.
Okay,
And he...
yes, correct. That even though I like the modern remake, exponentially better.
Blasphemy. So what's funny is if you look at like oh god, El Dorado, and there's like three John. I love John Wayne, man. But there's three John Wayne movies that are like basically exact same script. They just change one
Right,
character from Mississippi to Colorado to like
right.
it's the same freaking script. And they change the town, they change the chick, and then they're like, all right, let's run with it. You know, it's
Yeah, and like him as Genghis Khan is the funniest thing that's ever happened to the world.
oh
Uh,
yeah. I
no, like
think I heard somewhere that when he was doing, was it the shoot? It's one of his last movies or something. They're like, just shoot him in the back, and he's like, you never shoot a guy in the back. Like Clint Eastwood who shot him in the back. He's like,
that's
I don't.
right.
He's like, I don't care what that son of a bitch. You
Oh,
Oh,
they did not like each other back in the
yeah,
day. Like
yeah.
when he did, what was the movie where, what was that movie that Clint Eastwood does and has the little person Mordecai, and he comes into the town. They paint the whole town red.
hmm.
High Plains Drifter, maybe? Was it High Plains Drifter? It
I
was
don't
a
know.
Clint Eastwood film.
I know which one
But
you're talking about.
yeah, because he played like a really bad guy. Like
Hmm.
he does some bad stuff with the lady, and he kind of runs roughshod on the town. And old John Wayne says he's portrayed a bad guy, you know. So
Hmm.
John Wayne was like, "You're always the good guy." Well, Clint Eastwood didn't really give a shit. You know,
Yeah,
it
Yeah.
was one of the craziest movies. I think it was Pale Rider.
yeah.
Yeah, I
There's
think
just
so.
every time I see a Clint Eastwood movie, man, I'm just like, um,
Which was the one? Was it the Magnificent Seven, or what was the one he was in? And the guy used the broom handle Mauser with the stock.
oh, gosh, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, because
Um,
he made fun of him for using an auto pistol, didn't he?
He
yeah,
used the broom handle Mauser.
yeah, like man, I'll never forget the first time I saw Fistful of Dollars, and he
So
man, he does. There's that part where he freaking fans those five dudes down. Uh, and yeah, just like the gunplay was good, and you just got these iconic lines like "dying ain't much of a living, boy." Like,
yep, yep.
dude,
High Plains Drifter. Thanks,
High Plains Drifter.
Viking.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, High Plains Drifter. Yeah,
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 that's a gooder.
yeah. And then did you? I forget what movie it was when John Wayne He was playing like a modern FBI agent, and he was shooting a Browning high power, and that gun looked so small in his hands.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not like, I just have never been. Every time I've watched John Wayne, I'm watching it like this.
Well, I'll
I'm just
tell
like,
you, Pilgrim.
it's too campy, it's too cheesy, you know. Um,
Yeah.
there was something slightly believable about Clint Eastwood. Like, I think he
Oh,
actually shot those guys on set. Like, you know.
yeah.
Except for when at the end of Good, Bad, and the Ugly, when he's shooting old Tuco down off being hung, and he shooting off horseback, and he lifts his ladder sight, and it drops. He's looking
Yes.
down it, and it drops just
Yes.
before he takes the shot. And he
That's
still
right.
hits a rope at like 200 fucking yards.
Yeah. Yeah, that's rough. Oh, that's funny.
It's so being a gun guy is kind of like, well, everybody has their specific tisms. Like if you watch, like if you know how cop stuff works, or like if you know how firefighting works or gun works and stuff,
Oh, yeah.
and you watch how like the
You'll
gun
see
stuff
all the
drives you nuts.
mistakes
Like
in
I
the
was
movies.
watching
Yep.
the TV show series called Southland,
Hmm.
and none of them so it's cool because a lot of the cops are using Gen 3 Smiths, but none of them, it's a modern cop series, but nobody's wearing a bulletproof vest.
Hmm.
And they're in South LA. Like, are you kidding me? And then my mom, we were watching some movie with Jake Gyllenhaal where he's playing a 911 dispatcher.
It's a good movie.
And my mom she's 30-year 911 dispatcher. And she just got up. She's like, I can't even watch this
Yeah.
bullshit anymore. She gets up and leaves.
Dude.
What was that movie he was in? End of Watch?
Yeah.
Did you
Oh,
see it?
dude,
Oh,
dude, at the
dude,
end, dude, I
such
cry
a
every
good
time I
movie.
watch that movie. I cry every time. Same with
Such a
like
good movie.
Yeah.
I
that bull
love Old
riding
Boy. One of my
movie,
favorite
8
parts
seconds.
is when they pull Old Boy over, the Mexican cat, and he's got that 38 Super 1911 with jewels and shit
Yeah.
all over. I was like, hell yeah! I
Yeah,
love that
fucking
shit. I love
fucking
those gaudy Mexican pistols, man. I love them. The Jaguar and
Liberace's
all that.
AK.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, man.
Well,
He
you
was
do.
great.
You like those. Is that one Mexican one that you have, or
Yeah,
what?
the El
That's
Senor
38.
in
Yeah, El
38 Super.
Senor.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Super 38.
Yeah, man. You
I'm
need some
not gonna
like.
lie, I want to get me some Vatoed out 1911s just because it's such a big part of the 1911 kind of history,
Hmm.
especially like down south. And you got to get it in 38 Super if you're
You
gonna do it.
have to. You have
Yeah.
to. And the
I,
thing is, those were like true. You could tell people put time into that, even if it is laser engraved nowadays and stuff like
Sure.
that. They're beautifully adorned and they put
yeah.
time. It's like a piece of art. They're art.
Hmm. I've been wanting to do one like No Country for Old Men, one of my favorite movies of all time.
Oh my
Um,
god, good movie,
I
dude.
Can
love
I
that
get the
movie.
suppressed shotgun?
No, that's actually one choice in that movie that I don't like because it sounds like someone's squeezing metal shavings out of a toothpaste tube when he fires. It makes no sense. Um, uh, I built it's basically a Series 70 Colt, Tommy Lee Jones's character, but I want to build the nickel 1911 that he shoots the pit bull with. And he picked it up off one of the dead Mexican dudes when he stumbles
Yep.
on the scene, right?
Yep.
And I believe that's in 38 Super too. So
It would be.
yeah, of course, like that's kind of what it has to be.
Yep.
Yeah, such a good movie. Oh
Oh
my
yeah.
gosh, love
Oh,
that movie.
there was another one. Was Josh Brolin in that one, or maybe this was a different Hell or High Water?
Mm-hmm.
If you seen that, that was a good one. The
Great
brothers
one.
of Robin Banks. That
Yes.
was a good movie too, man.
You know what movie that I'm so just annoyed that no one has done a modern remake of? Well, there's two of them, and I think we talked about this before. Alvin York. Why there's not a modern Alvin York movie is just a punishable crime. I hate that we don't. I want to see that movie done by like to Saving Private Ryan standards. You know what I mean? Like
Oh yeah,
legit.
that would be awesome.
But the other one is Little Bighorn. We haven't had a Little Bighorn movie since Son of the Rising Star in 1977. Like, dude, and now we know so much more about what happened there in the past like 20
Sure.
years. That would be an amazing movie. I'd love to see that redone.
Saw a whole thing on YouTube about the rifle that Custer had. It was like some kind of special 45 120 something cartridge, and
Mm,
then they found those casings somewhere, and they were determining, like, they think Custer died early in the battle. It was fascinating, but they were able to, like, forensically, because he had such a special rifle, and then the freaking Native Americans recovered it or whatever. It was crazy though. It was
yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, I've been binge watching Little Bighorn documentaries.
Hmm.
Um and this might be in a video for me coming up, but they actually found at the battlefield a 58 Remington. Now a lot of people don't know this stuff, but like a lot of those guys were issued 1873 Signal Action Armies, but a lot of them weren't. A lot of them were like some of them I should say were like irregulars or maybe just new to the unit,
Hmm.
newly rotating in, had broken guns. Well, at that time, a lot of those forts they had what would I guess be the equivalent of like a PX today. And what the military would do is they're selling off all their old percussion revolvers, right? And so the soldiers could go in there and for like $5, they could get an old percussion pistol. And if all they have is their Springfield or whatever they've got, whatever rifle they have, their trapdoor,
Right.
now they got a pistol for $5, which is about a week's wage. Um, and so they found a 58 Remington at the Little Bighorn, and they believe that's what it was. Some soldier bought that just because he wanted a sidearm. Here's the
Yeah.
bad thing: the dude had a chain fire, and the thing was just blown to pieces.
Oh,
Can you
damn.
imagine? Like, I spent a week's worth of money on this pistol. Now's the moment. Boom!
Boom.
Ah, shit.
I think
So
it was, if I'm thinking about it correctly, I think the Park Service, this guy, I'm trying to remember it. It was fantastic, but this independent guy that like lives in the area, like, had been reconning the place for like 30 years and figuring it out, because the Park Service will be like, oh, this is the gully that they were rushing up, but they never found any forensic stuff over there. And he's like, no, it actually happened over here,
Mm,
because here's where they actually found some cartridges to a unique rifle that General Custer, it was his rifle, and they found, it was this crazy thing. It was
that's cool.
fantastic.
Send me that if you have it,
If I
man.
can find it,
Yeah.
I will send it to you. Yeah, it was fantastic.
Yeah, there's so
so
much cool stuff about the Little Bighorn. I mean, even down to like uh,
now was that Crazy Horse? Was that Sitting Bull?
Sitting Bull.
Mhm.
Sitting Bull. Yeah.
Yeah,
Did you hear how? Did you watch the documentary about Sitting Bull?
I saw
Dude,
one
he
from Wild West Extravaganza, which is a great
dude, he made
channel.
it through all that bullshit, and then he ended up getting killed by native police. Basically, they
Yeah,
yanked him out of the house and shot his ass.
it's wild, dude. Like
That's bullshit. And
even
here's one little thing with, uh, I'm not trying to derail it, but
go
it's
for
my
it
tism kicking in. Sig beats him. I don't know why he's using that Sig beats him name because Sig. But anyways,
because
he
Sig.
said, I thought I ordered the new 310 to Huma, but I got the old one. They really pulled a fast one on me. I'm not mad. So here's a little funny story. My old man had the screen used Holy Smoker
No kidding.
for a while. And he actually built a reproduction and built it for a guy. He built a custom Holy Smoker, but he actually had the Holy Smoker for a while.
Wow, dude.
So
I wouldn't even know what to do with that. That's
yeah, that's
like,
pretty cool.
um,
Yeah,
Chris,
and we're
do you play guitar at all?
I don't.
Okay, well,
And we are
Matt,
talking about Star Wars stuff real quick. I'll just put one more thing
sure.
because Tism. They found one of my old man's 1911s in James Earl Jones's
Yeah, I
collection.
was gonna. Yeah,
It was a black 1911 Pro
yep,
model my old man built. So Darth Vader owned a DL Sports Pro model and it sold.
yep,
If you look up the James Earl Jones firearms estate, it sold like for $1,600.
yeah.
That okay, first of all, I don't know that there's a higher name that you could have said than James Earl Jones.
Yeah, the Darth
Um,
Vader 1911.
that is literally the coolest thing I've heard today.
Yep.
One of them, anyway.
Yeah. So just to, I'm only trying to compare an example. Matt, you know what a dumble is?
Yeah.
I had a dumble sitting right there once. So, good friend of mine owned a music store, and he had been in the business for like 40 years. He had a prototype dumble. Okay, so a really early model before he started doing the epoxy on the circuitry so nobody could figure it
Right.
out. And he's got it in his store, and he was like, this guy, he had so many wild guitars. But anyway, I walk in and I go, "Is that a dumble?" And I'm like, "Of course it's not." I cut him off, and he's like, "Oh no, that's a dumble." And he's like, "Play it." I'm like, "I'm gonna throw up on you. No way." Like,
I can't touch that.
yeah. And he goes, "No, I'm serious. Just take it home for a couple days." He's like, "I'm trying to move some stuff around and whatever." So I took it home. I never played it. I couldn't do it. I just stared at it. But that thing, when I took it back to him, it's worth like 200 grand. Yeah, it's a prototype Dumble, dude. Now he did play it in the store when I went back. He's like, "No, this is stupid. Let's play it." And he hooks it up. It's everything you think.
It's
It's like, yeah. But sorry,
So
side trail there.
that's, that's awesome. Did you? So that scene you've seen, what was that movie with that? What's his name? That fuck. What movie was that? Quentin Tarantino movie, Old West movie, where they all stay at the haberdashery. They get snowed in.
oh, I know which movie you're talking about. It was freaking
Yeah.
awesome.
So they get in there, and when he smashes that guitar
Oh,
in the movie,
yes, I know what you're
they were
talking about.
supposed to pause the scene because that's a real pre-war Martin guitar, priceless guitar. And he grabs out of that chick's hand and smashes that guitar. And the look on that girl's face was a legit like, holy fuck, you just destroyed a pre-war Martin. Like it was
Oh,
a
it's a
priceless guitar.
I can't watch that scene. Every time it's coming, I just go, I can't do it, dude, because like that, Martins have a very special place in my heart. I
Yeah,
love Martin guitars, and I especially the old ones because that wood, it's just not around anymore. Like that Brazilian
right,
rosewood, and especially something that's aged 100 years, dude.
right.
Like they just sound like nothing else. So
Yeah, my
yeah,
best friend Rod, before he passed away, he was a guitar Luther.
mm,
And he was telling me that he said the same thing. He can't watch that scene because he's just like,
it
what the
hurts.
fuck?
Yeah, I can't do it, dude. It's the same thing. Like I love the John Wick movies. I have trouble watching them destroy all those barracudas, dude. Like
Oh yeah.
it's just hard to watch. And those, by the way, they're really crashing real freaking barracudas, and like all those cars, they're just trashing them. And remember watching was it the producer who did those on Joe Rogan? He's like, "Oh yeah, we crashed like 7 of them." I'm like, "Don't tell me that."
Don't say that.
Oh, I can't listen to this, dude.
Yeah, to think about all the movies that came out like in the 70s, how many classic cars they just like the Dukes of Hazard. You know how many Chargers they just
Oh,
destroyed
dude.
playing that, making that stupid fucking TV series? How many hundreds of Chargers they probably
Which is
destroyed?
awesome, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean Daisy Duke. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah, Lucas says they pulled that pre-war Martin out of a museum. Yeah, Martin has talked about it in a couple factory tours since, and I think in their museum they just have like the neck hanging in a case, and it it's like I don't know, dude. It's like visiting a graveyard. It's so sad. Um, yeah, there's some. I don't know if you guys watch the Andertons YouTube channel. They
Yeah.
do guitar stuff, and they did a awesome factory tour of the Martin factory, and they actually sat there. I think they played um, Nirvana. What's his name?
Kurt
Kurt
Cobain.
Cobain.
Thank you. Jeez, I was
Yeah.
gonna say Shotgun Guy.
Yeah.
They played his D18, and I just can't imagine, dude. Like it's there. That's heavy. It's heavy. Let's see.
Was
what
it the
else.
one he was playing when he decided to test the mouthfeel?
No.
Yeah.
It's the one he played on the old MTV Unplugged.
Yeah, unplugged.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah.
that's pretty fucked up to say. I'm sorry, Lord. I apologize
No,
for that right
that
there.
was funny as what that was. Well, what do you guys think? You about ready to wrap it
Yeah.
up?
I was gonna say my
Sure.
phone's about to die,
Yeah,
so
let's wrap it up.
I need to wrap it up. Chance, I gotta feed these dogs.
Yep. Well, hey, thank you guys for doing this.
Mm-hmm.
And it
Hey
was
guys, thanks for jumping on last minute, guys.
Yeah.
Thanks for hanging out in the chat. I mean, it was for being very last minute. I was very surprised how many people jumped in and hung out with us for a couple hours. That's
Yeah.
It's
pretty.
awesome.
You guys have. I don't know how many Muffin Top guys were involved. I know a couple of them were Muffin Top guys. You guys have some awesome followers, and
oh man, they're great.
I hopefully, we can
100%.
all be friends, homies, everybody's
Mhm.
guys, hang out. Maybe one of these days we could do when you move up to the great state of Wyoming, we do a big range meetup with the
Oh
old
yeah.
path, Wyoming gun
Okay.
guides and the Muffin Top guys do like shoot machine guns in the prairie or something. I don't know.
You
It'd be
had
dope.
you had me at shoot machine guns.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, I appreciate y'all.
Yeah,
So.
appreciate you guys.
Yep.
And I'm gonna start some outro music here. By the way, before we do though, Chris, what's your YouTube channel or your podcast?
My podcast is Muffin Top Tactical Podcast. You can find us on Apple, Spotify, all the major places you can find podcasts. We haven't uploaded in a couple months, had some technical difficulties, but I think I got it figured out. So you guys will be the inaugural back in about a month or so. But we'll get back on track with it. You know what happens when your computer crashes and then you don't even want to look at it for a month because you're pissed off at it.
I do. Know that,
But
actually.
yeah. Check us out, Muffin Top Tactical, on all the places you find your podcast, and Instagram, Facebook, and follow me on Facebook under Chris Lauk. I mean, I'm everywhere. Email,
Excellent.
whatever. I like my buddies.
Awesome. Yeah, thanks for asking us to do this, man. It was good getting together. And then Matt, Wyoming Gun Project.
Yep.
And that's it. Thank you guys. It was awesome. And thank you all in the chat. It was a fun one. Lots of chats. And big thank you to, I want to scroll back up to that one. Slick Six Guns, dude. Massive super chat. Appreciate you, man. That was huge. So
Awesome.
all right. We will see you guys next time. Thank you for being here.